The contrast from yesterday's starting stream and today is not lost on me, chat room. Yesterday, we started at like, what, half 8 a.m., I think? Maybe even earlier than that. It might have been like 20 past 8. Like, it was pretty, like, early considering my usual target time is 9. And today, here we are at 10 a.m. Good numbing YouTube. I hope you're all doing well. We're back with more Genshin Impact. Yesterday, we went for like 7 hours straight, and I didn't think it was going to tire me out that much, because it's not like, you know, it's a new thing. Although I aim for like 3 to 4, sometimes 5 hour length streams on average. Doing 6, 7, and even 8 hour streams isn't something that, like, you know, I've never done. I've done it a few times in times gone by. But maybe I'm just kind of, like, out of the feel of it. Because yesterday, like, after I finished, I was like, man, I'm actually kind of, like, worn out. And then when I went to bed last night, I just passed out. Like, I was just gone. And then I woke up this morning at, like, 9 a.m. I was like, oh, I need to get up. I've been up, like, an hour. I was like, oh, I need to be up. I need to, like, exist in this world. It's funny how these things work. But I digress. Last time, we did a whole bunch of the Easy Breeze Holiday Resort Island Adventure. We did all the, like, the islandy stuff that we could do. Oh, I've put an objective mark here. I'll get to that in a second. And we did all of Act 1 and 2. Act 3 releases, I think, tomorrow as of recording this. And Act 4 is on Sunday. So, for the sake of keeping that all together, I'll wait till Sunday and then we'll come back and do this. So there will be a third stream of this week. You know, my grand plan to try and do all of this in one stream? Yeah, no, that was never going to happen. Even if I had infinite time and did the Nod Cry quest as well yesterday, I still wouldn't be able to do it all in one because it physically was impossible. Off screen, I haven't really explored Teta Islands. I said I would leave that for today if we get time afterwards. But I have hunted down, because I had enough to do so. Hang on, let me just clear that off. I had enough of these to do so. I hunted down the rest of the Pyrocalases. So I now have all of them. And plus the extra one, because you always have one extra left over once you get them all. So you keep them all for collectors. I really hope, like, this whole thing of having one extra, it's really cool to have it almost like a trophy, and that's kind of how I treat it. But it would also be really cool if, like, somewhere at the very end of the adventure, this can lead into something. But I don't know what they would do to make it worth, like, doing this far. It's, like, basically 100% the entire journey of Genshin. Because it couldn't just be a series of treasure chests and loot, and it can't just be some Prima Gems, you know? Because we get them all like, throughout the entire game's lifespan, they wouldn't be worth it. So maybe these will just stay as just trophies, basically, to just be like, hey, look, you did these. You got them all, so here's your extra one for, like, memoriam's sake. But regardless, we're back in the Flower Feather Clan, because we have Song of the Welkin Moon Prelude, which is what they're calling the entire Nod Cry story arc, the Song of the Welkin Moon. There is an unexpected guest in the Flower Feather Clan, so off we head to see what's going on.
Okay, she's all patched up. Where did you say you found her? How'd she get wounded so badly?
Just on the beach not far from here. It was the usual suspects.
Hey, Chaska! What's going on over here?
Paimon. And Tumaini?
Oh, hey, it's you two. Been a while.
Were you doing some first aid just now?
Yeah, thankfully Chaska got her to me in good time, so I think she'll pull through.
She was attacked by secret source automatons. I was on patrol nearby, so luckily for her, I was able to get her to safety. The automatons weren't so lucky.
Oh, them again, huh? What is it with those maniacal machines? I'm getting real tired of their antics.
Real tired, bro! Real tired! Secret source automatons? That's strange. We've come across those before, but definitely not around these parts.
Yeah, who knows what's gotten into them recently. They've been attacking Saurians and merchants on the outskirts of our territory.
Would you like us to help?
No need. You've already done plenty by getting...
I like how it was on Lumine's face like a frame, because I clicked the option as soon as the dialogue ended.
Our warriors can handle these rust buckets no problem. Besides, like our ancestors used to say, one's own nest is one's own to protect. We can't go dumping all our problems onto you.
Come on! What happened to birds leaving for Not-Cry soon, so, you know...
Yeah, name drop.
Here.
Yeah, spend some time together.
Huh, fair point. It's been a while since we got to fight together. One last hurrah then, for old time's sake? We could hit the beach. The automatons have been pretty active there lately.
Awesome! Let's go! Let's go!
If hunting down war machines is just sport to you, you guys really are built different. Still, guess I should tag along too. Just on the off chance someone ends up getting carried away.
Yeah, just because Ifer never got to be in a mainline Archon quest, he only got mentioned briefly by name at one point. So it's like, for the sake of having Ifer involved, yeah, just at the last gasp, let's keep him in here. Do you want us to have, like, Varessa show up as well, since I don't think she ever got to show up in an Archon quest? Which is what made her appearance originally, and especially as her placement within her tribe, like, so weird. Because it's like, why wasn't it Janssen? Like, I still stand by the fact Janssen should have been the 5-star, and Varessa probably should have been the 4-star. But, it is what it is.
No way, bro!
Also, I've been trying to place it since the moment we first heard Ifer's voice, but I think I finally figured out why the voice sounds so strange to me with him. He sounds like the voice that you hear during, like, Nintendo Directs presenting the next title. Not, like, the actual voice directly, but, like, the way he, like, enunciates and, like, kind of talks about everything. It sounds like he's always trying to sell you on the next thing.
Where are they? Must find them. Traveler. Paimon. Then return home.
Takes me right back to the
The secret source automatons.
What's going on over there?
Oh no! Looks like she's passed out! And there's an automaton! Quick, save her!
Got no dialogue from Ollie, just hearing the click, and the enemies are dead is crazy.
Hard to say. You might want to see this for yourselves. A vet treating a human is one thing, but I'm not sure I'm qualified for this.
You call that a human? Bro! Whoa, okay. She's... a machine?
Why does this robot girl have such a well-defined ass? What the it's a robot, come on, guys.
A machine built to look like a human, I guess. Is this a new model of automaton?
Return home.
She spoke!
Paimon. Traveler.
What? You heard that too, right?
Yeah, she said our names.
Oh, take a look at this. I found it on the ground next to her. See the picture on top? That's you guys, right?
Really? Wait, a blonde person with a white balloon? Stupid, bro!
There's also a cipher disk on it. I guess it needs a code to unlock it.
We have 2 gunslingers here. Can't we just blast it open?
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. I've seen the Scions of the Canopy use similar devices when they're sending confidential messages. If you put in the wrong code or try to open it by force, it triggers a self-destruct mechanism inside.
So is this message supposed to be for me?
Sure looks that way. Question is, who's the messenger?
Because we want answers, we'll have to wake her up somehow.
So, we gotta revive a high-tech humanoid and crack open a cryptex. I only know one person with that kind of expertise.
Are we going to Shalolan?
Sounds like a plan! Time to head
Yep.
to the
Yeah, we know a little, tiger... Is she no, she's more of a cheetah lady. Song of the Welcoming Prelude, The Journey Home. The quest location is currently involved... I didn't get to read all that, what? Oh, there's a fucking daily quest in the way of it? Okay, god dang it. I think this should take priority. The one day I don't do my dailies, because now I've looted out all the treasure chests, I can do the autofill. Come on. Because I don't really do the daily missions anymore, because you don't need to, because you've got the whole, like... If you just collect treasure chests and whatnot, you build up the points and you just spend the points, so I barely bother with dailies anymore. Especially because most of them take longer than a second to do. There, his claws are trimmed. Are we done here now? You watch it just hard transition to Zolonin now, because we're in the right spot. Yep.
Do you know if Shilonin is... Oh, you're up. I figured you'd be taking a nap at this hour.
Oh, yeah, perfect. First Malika, now Chaska. Did you come all this way just to make fun of me?
Whoa, what a mess! You, looking for something?
Well, I have those secret source automatons to thank for all this. Malika wants me to come up with a solution. It's like she thinks I'm a miracle worker or something. But I'm not. So, to make up for the difference, I've been spending all day sifting through documentation. Anyway, what about you guys, huh? What curveball have you come to throw at me today?
Well...
We found a robot girl, and we're hoping you could fix her.
Hold up. Is she a robot?
We picked her up on the beach near the Flower Feather clan, along with this cryptix. Seems like a message intended for the traveler.
A cryptex? Huh. Still in one piece. I'm surprised you didn't try to blast it open. Let's see here. A Fontanian cipher disk, metal case from Liyue. Looks like this was cobbled together from spare parts. Although the inner workings are pretty intricately designed. It's a good thing you didn't try and brute force it.
Can you crack it?
Could be a tricky one. Since it uses a combination of several different technologies, I could find out more by disassembling it, but that could potentially damage the contents. I'm assuming it's not worth the risk, right? Must be a pretty important message if this is how they chose to transport it.
The only other option is to get our messenger to tell us the code. Is that doable? Can you wake her up?
Well, the device in her chest looks pretty similar to the core you'd find on a secret source automaton, but the other components, I've never seen anything like them in that land before. I'll see what I can do. Hang tight for a minute.
Come home! Hey, she woke up!
What a great first thing to see. Imagine waking up and the first thing you see is Zolonin looking back at you. You'd be like, hi, am I in heaven? Hey there, are you alright?
White. Flying object. Blonde. Traveler. Traveler. Paimon?
Wow. You recognize us?
Task in progress. Deliver message to Traveler and White Flying Companion. Message location confirmed. Status delivered.
You're pretty smart for a robot. Can you
You're pretty
tell us
smart
the
for a
code the
robot?
message?
Paimon, I don't think you realize how silly that sounds. If she's a walking automaton unit, I'm sure she's pretty smart.
Code?
Oh, maybe not so smart after all. A code? You know, like a number that you put in to unlock the message?
Memory. Missing.
What? Memory missing?
Yeah, there's always a snag. Is there anything else you do remember? Besides these two?
Your name, for instance?
Name. Memory missing.
Oh, not again. Why would her memories be missing? Can robots even get amnesia?
You said something about returning home earlier. Where's home for you? Any memories about that?
Return home. Task in progress. Memory missing.
Oh, so that's it then. Her memories are gone for good?
Not necessarily. Judging by her reaction, it's possible that her memory integrity isn't compromised, just locked behind an isolation mechanism.
Yeah, but what does that mean for us, though?
Yeah, what does that mean in
Words we can
English?
understand.
It means she hasn't lost her memories. They're in there somewhere, she just can't access them right now. Like, when you know something, but the harder you try to remember it, the more it gives you a headache. Is that what's going on?
Finding near synonyms for headache. Cognition module. Pain. Correct.
Robots can feel pain, too?
Well, pain can be a useful parameter. Experiencing pain is how baby humans and saurians learn what to do and what not to do. In a similar vein, I've heard that a lot of highly autonomous machines are designed with negative feedback mechanisms for behavioral regulation.
Whoa, slow down. Could you simplify that for Paimon?
Oh, okay. Well, if I call it a curse, is that easier to understand? Imagine if you're a big shot shaman from the Masters of the Nightwind and you send your disciple on an errand to the Flowerfeather clan. To stop him from treating it like a vacation, you might put a curse on him that causes a physical and mental breakdown if he strays from the right path. That way, you can be sure he'll stick to the straight and narrow and won't go frolicking off.
Jeez. Sounds like the horror story version of Granny Eatsley that parents tell their kids about.
See, Lolly would never do something like that.
The point is, manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Yeah, but why would you curse a machine to lose their memories? What purpose could that possibly serve? In her case, all it's done is make it harder for her to complete her tasks.
Task. Failed. Sincere apologies.
Well, without knowing the exact details of the curse, it's anyone's guess. It seems you responded to the phrase return home. How about we keep talking and see if any other keywords trigger something for you?
Sure.
Are you alright? It looked like you were in pain before.
I'm alright. I have assessed the pain level as tolerable. I must complete my task.
Hey, Traveler, have you ever seen a humanoid machine like this? Anywhere else you've been?
Well, they have humanoid mecha in Fontaine.
Ah, of course. Yeah, some of her joints and a few components look pretty Fontainian to me.
Fontaine. They make good pastries there.
Hey! That triggered something!
That sounded more like a Paimon reaction than a robot reaction.
Hey! Never mind that. So, is Fontaine your home?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one promising lead nipped in the bud.
Well, the way you're dressed makes me think of Mondstadt.
You mean her hairpiece? Oh, yeah, I think I know what you mean. What do they call them in Mondstadt again?
Mondstadt. The maids there are very hardworking.
That's it! A maid! Although, as far as Paimon's aware, the maids in Mondstadt are all fully human.
One is an amazing warrior, though.
Okay, that would explain a lot of the internal design choices. So, you're from Mondstadt then?
No.
How come she responds so much faster when the answer is no?
Natlanese core, Fontainian joints, Mondstadt hairpiece. Maybe no single nation is her home. She's just like the Cryptex in that sense. A mishmash of parts from all over the world.
In that case, where exactly is home to you? Is it where you were built? Where you live most of the time? Or a place you can always come back to?
Home is just home, isn't it?
Okay. Feels like this is getting us nowhere. Any other ideas, Shilonen? How do we get her memories back?
If her cognition is impaired, maybe her body is the place to look. I found a lot of interesting things when I was examining her just now. Do you remember this little robot? Apparently, you were together when they found you on the beach.
Oh,
Nice! So you remember how to switch it on. Now, could you try doing something similar to your right arm?
is this a broom?
Wait! She really is a robo-maid?
Wow, very good indeed. Now then, could I,
Siloda, now is not the time.
my workshop?
Are you serious right now?
Well, if she's a robo-maid, maybe doing some household chores will jog her memory. Yeah, just, this area will do. Thanks, no need to tidy the whole workshop.
Hey, come on! The poor thing's only just woken up. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Understood. Commencing task. Sorting large objects.
She's really doing it. Well, guess this counts as progress. Let's see if it leads anywhere.
This is cool. It's also like, how much mess have you made? Placed neatly. Oh, also, just to show.
Annihilation mode.
Oh, I was going to see if I could check.
Cleaning floor. Defensive mode engaged. Cleanup sequence initiated. Defensive mode engaged. Installation chamber deployed.
Over here.
Sorting small objects. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilichurl is that I only need to eat sunsetias to become stronger. Discusses energy acquisition from the sunsetia fruit. Category: Nutritional Science.
Maybe I should keep a closer eye on what Nipika's reading.
Outlander Brigade. When the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai. Clear and concise descriptions of physical motions but no plot. Category: Martial Arts Instruction.
Wait, isn't that a light novel that Seat Lolly left here by mistake?
Introduction of Ancient Machines. Grammatically elegant and rhetorically sophisticated, author displays a high level of linguistic mastery. Category: Classical Literature.
What in the world? That isn't classical literature.
The books on the table are sorted into piles.
She's finally done. Huh? Is that a woven scroll down there? Oh, looks a little dirty. Could you clean it up?
Understood. Cleaning woven scroll.
Wow, it's like it's brand new. Hey, this looks like someone from the Children of Echoes. Shilonen, is this a relative of yours?
Oh, a relative? No. That's Ishkik, ancient name Baraka, founder of the Children of Echoes and one of the 6 heroes.
Wait, Baraka? Isn't that your ancient name too?
Yep, she was the first recorded bearer of that name. She and her friends went on a mission to defeat the Pyro Dragon. She dismantled many ancient machines built by Dragonkind, hoping to put them to use for the good of humanity. But most of her research was lost to history. It's a real shame. I'm sure we'd all have much easier lives if we had access to all that tech.
What happened? Useful stuff like that normally doesn't just get forgotten.
Ochcon happened. An old friend of the 6 who ended up ruling Natlan shortly after the war, and went full tyrant. He despised everything to do with Dragonkind, and persecuted everyone who showed any kind of sympathies toward their civilization. He even turned on Ishkik, one of his closest allies. Ultimately, she took her own life, bringing a once amicable friendship to a tragic end.
Ishkik burned her workshop to the ground to make sure Ochcon couldn't get her hands on it. That's the reason most of her research is lost to history.
Most? So some of it survived?
That's right. One of her friends managed to preserve a small amount of her work. The other person you see on that woven scroll, the same person I inherited the ancient name Vuka from. It was said that she was raised by a dragon mother, then went on to found the Flower Feather clan. The uncrowned queen who brought freedom to the weak and to the persecuted Saurians, Bianca.
Malfunction. This is not the way. This is not where you belong. Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Stay back!
Watch out!
If she's a robo-maid, why is she suddenly acting like a lethal weapon? Ah! What's that sound? A lightning strike? It's gotta be a lightning strike! Why couldn't it hit Kniech on the head?
If there was a lightning storm, I'd have thrown you into the sky by now.
Kniech?
Aoife mentioned that you'd brought a humanoid machine to the Children of Echoes. I'm working a job at the moment, and the description was a good match for my target. Humanoid machine. Looks like a maid. Highly destructive. Yeah, this is my target, all right.
Wait! Kniech! Just hold off for a second!
A group of merchants tasked me with locating their missing travel companion. They should be here soon. Want to come and meet them?
Huh?
What did you think I was about to do? Not every job I take on is a hunt, you know.
Alright. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Kniech, you could have worded it better. It's like, oh, I was sent to look for someone for this, instead of coming over saying, oh, they're my target. Come on, how was that supposed to sound?
Neffa?
Ineffa! They found you at last! Thank goodness you're okay.
My apologies. Who are you?
Oh no, your memory's gone again? Even your name this time?
Again?
Liyue, Fontaine, Sumeru. This is quite a diverse crew.
So, are you her manufacturers or family?
No way. None of us have that kind of skill. She's Aino's handiwork.
Aino?
From now on, your name's Ineffa.
Oh, the little voice crack.
Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Malfunction.
Ineffa, are you okay?
Looks like she's getting worse. Is this all our fault?
Can you guys tell us what all this is about? Where are you from? And what's wrong with with Ineffa?
So sorry. I should have introduced myself. My name's Joachine, and I'm a merchant. This is my wife and daughter, and the rest are friends of the family. We're all from Nodcry.
Nodcry?
Wouldn't have been my first guess. How'd you all meet exactly?
That's the thing about Nodcry. It kind of brings together the drifters from all over the world.
Yeah, we're all merchants who ended up finding our feet in Nasha Town. Nodcry. It was going okay until all the trouble started.
Trouble?
The Fatui. They came down from the north. They made some big moves in Nodcry lately. It's caused quite a bit of friction with the local religious groups.
That's one way to put it. You know what I heard? They pulled the whole moon down.
What?
That, plus the incident with the moon statues? Surely the Frost Moon Scions aren't going to take all this lying down.
Anyway, there us regular folks were just trying to make a steady living while getting increasingly worried that it's gonna turn ugly. In the end, we figured heading back to our respective homes is probably the best thing for now. So we decided to make the journey together.
And me?
Your case is, a little different. But you did come here on the same boat as us.
And it was smooth sailing. until we got attacked by those weird machines as we were coming into shore.
Weird machines? Secret Source automatons by any chance?
Inefa saved us all. She jumped off the ship and told us to leave without her.
Really? I did that?
As soon as we'd found another place to dock, we looked around for someone to help us. We'd have paid anything to get her back.
Hence why our price negotiation went so smoothly. However, the Traveler and party were the ones who actually saved Inefa. And Shalonen is the one who woke her up. I'll have to include their costs in the final bill.
Oh, please. I barely did anything. All credit to Inefa. She only woke up because of her build quality, so I guess I should say all credit to this Aino, then? Her core is remarkably resilient. It's a rare find, even among Natlan's source mechanisms. Was Aino the one who modified it?
Oh! If so, then we just need to get Aino to come here and fix her! Then she'll get all her memories back!
I'm afraid that's not gonna work. The core is most likely just something Aino picked up on one of her scavenger hunts. I doubt she did much beyond salvaging it, and as for the memory thing, Inefa's whole reason for joining us on our journey was to come to Natlan and look for her missing memories.
Please, explain in more detail.
Alright. Although I've lost count of how many times we've been through this, and I'm only telling you what you originally told me. Although Aino built you, she never could figure out where your core came from or how it works. The only thing she was fairly sure of was that it's not from Nodcry. Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking. But that was as bad as it got. Until one day, you were sweeping the floor, and suddenly you forgot your own strength. Nearly took the entire wall down.
Sounds similar to what just happened.
The worst part of that was, Inefa had completely forgotten that Aino was on the other side of that wall.
Huh?
Aino was fine, of course, didn't bat an eyelid. But since then, Inefa has been searching for a way to try and repair herself.
That's a very responsible attitude for a robot.
Anyway, a bunch of mechanical parts from Natlan showed up in Nodcry recently, and you noticed they bore some similarities to your core. Then you learned that a group of us were planning to return home, stopping off in Natlan on the way, so you tracked us down and joined the crew. Well, does any of that jog your memory?
No.
Didn't think so.
Has her memory loss always been this serious?
No. When we first set off, she'd have the occasional memory lapse, but it only lasted a moment. Didn't really affect anything. I seriously doubt Aino would have let her come on this trip if it had been that bad. But then, the closer we got to Natlan, the worse her symptoms got.
She was already in a pretty bad state by the time she went to fend off those machine things. And now, I wonder if that battle just made things worse.
Poor Inefa.
My friends, I know we've only just arrived in Natlan, but from what I've heard, you're some of this nation's top talents. Is there anything you can do to cure her? Anything at all?
Perhaps coming to Natlan was a bad idea after all.
Well, it's too early to say. Don't forget that before I was interrupted by you guys, I'd just started my deep dive into researching the secret source automatons.
My job isn't done yet either. You wanted your travel companion back, safe and sound. I still have work to do.
Yeah, she's safe, but she's not sound, so...
Why don't you all stick around here in Natlan a little longer? Your ship got attacked, and since then, you've been scrambling to try and find your missing crew member. Sounds like you need some time to catch your breath.
Yeah, I was just thinking, we could do with a breather. But where would we stay?
How about the Flower Feather Clan? In my tribe, weary travelers are always welcome.
Flower Feather Clan.
In the meantime, we'll try to find whatever information we can about Inefa. After all, she has a message for our Tumaini. So this is as much our business as it is yours.
Oh yeah! Paimon had practically forgotten all about that.
In before the message is just, hey, Nodcry Scary, get here now, please.
The code for the cryptex. Sorry, Inefa wouldn't tell us anything about that.
You gotta wonder what sort of a person sends a robot with amnesia to deliver their messages.
To be fair, they couldn't have known things would get this bad.
Also, Inefa told me she had a backup plan to make sure she wouldn't forget the code.
A backup plan? Great! So what is it?
Backup plan. Memory missing.
God, no surprises there.
Huh. Well, as long as we get her memories back, that'll solve everything, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, because it's that simple. Wait, you do realize I can't promise anything, don't you?
I do. I also know that every time you say that, you end up getting the job done.
I'm gonna get in touch with some other people who might be able to help us. Tumaini, Paimon. See you around.
Bye, Kanich! Oh, and bye, Hal. Actually, that's weird. Why is a Hal
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
today?
You're being very strange today.
Am I? Tell me one strange thing I've said!
That's the strange part. You haven't protested to anything I've done today. Not the original price for the job, not the revised timeline, none of it.
That's because I fainted from your stupidity! You stupefied me into a stupor! Got it? Is something wrong with my memory? Or is that really who I think it is? Who cares? She isn't my problem.
Oh, a few days later.
The last few days really flew by. Do you think Inefa and the merchants are enjoying their stay at the Flower Feather Clan? Let's go see how they're doing.
I saw this treasure chest first. It's like, how did I... Where is this? Just in the middle of everything? Oh, god dang it. How long's this been here?
Alright, let's finish this fast. Transfixed.
These level 99 enemies.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Also, how did that not pop up before? When I went to 100% the region, I literally just walked across the whole thing with the treasure compass spamming it. How did that never pop up? Ah, well. But I say that, it was only a few weeks ago when I was like doing cleanup, I found that there was like 1 or 2 chests in Mondstadt I missed, so I think there's just going to be 1 or 2 chests in every region that I'll probably never find.
Do you think Inefa will like this gift we got her? See? It said yes!
Are you sure? Because when I asked it who's the better hero, Ishkik or Leonka, it gave the exact same answer.
Hey, you hear that? That's the answer it gave when I asked who'd win in a fight between Kukuku and a Hal. You guys, it's just making random beeps. Whoa! Is that Tumaini and the flying expert? Beep beep. Yes, it's us. Anyway, where's Inefa?
Probably out mopping up those mad machines as usual. There must be a lot of them, because she hardly ever comes back for a rest.
Wait, all by herself? Are we sure that's a good idea after what happened last time?
Inefa said that since she lost her memories, her cognition module's been running more smoothly, and it's greatly boosted efficiency in cleaning and tidying tasks. I think that was it.
Huh. So, losing her memories has somehow made her a better fighter? She's awesome! I saw her carrying a whole pile of beaten up machines in one hand!
All the grown-ups say that they feel much safer leaving the house now, thanks to her. So, we thought it'd be nice to give her a little gift.
We've tried giving her flowers and feathers, but it seemed like she didn't like them very much. That got us thinking. Maybe robot people don't like the same things as us. Uh-huh. So that's why you made her this flower out of mechanical parts.
Yeah. We still don't know if she'll like it, though.
It's okay, Arieta. She'll love this one. I'm sure of it.
But what if she doesn't? This might be my last chance.
Last chance? What do you mean?
Well, now that all of my mom and dad's other friends from Nodcry have left to go home, it's just us left. And they said today, it's our turn to go home, too.
Already? Wasn't the plan to stick around until Inefa gets better?
Dad says everyone back home is expecting us, and he doesn't want us to overstay our welcome here. He thought we should at least make sure Inefa wasn't getting any worse first, but now that it's been a few days, he says it's time we made a move. To be honest, I can kinda understand. He hasn't been home in so many years. Mom and I can tell that he misses Liyue a lot.
Ah, no wonder. So, what about your mom then? Guessing she's not from Liyue.
No, she's from Nagcry. She met my dad after he moved there. I was born there too. He's been there the whole time I was growing up, so he hasn't been home in at least 10 years.
That is a long time. No wonder he's getting homesick.
Don't worry. We'll write you and let you know how Inefa's doing. You bet. And when she's all better, we'll bring her to visit you in Liyue.
Yeah, so don't worry too much about the flower. I'm sure she'll love it. But even if not, you'll have other chances in the future. Although, I guess we still need to wait till she gets back. I wonder how much longer she'll be.
Who knows? Seems like she takes longer and longer every time she goes out. Can't we go take it to her? No, wait. The grown-ups would never let us do that. Way too many of those mad machines out there.
What am I gonna do? If she doesn't get back soon, I might run out of time.
I can deliver it to her for you.
Oh, really? Thanks, Tumaini.
Look for Inefa. Oh, Jesus, she is out there, huh? Is there a warp near there? Kinda.
It's raining again? Oh, this isn't good. If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
So yeah, I'm gonna be rocking this alternate costume on Yelan for like the rest of the time I have Yelan on my main team because it's so much better than her OG. It's crazy how much of a glow up she's gotten from this.
Threat eliminated. Scanning for next target.
Inefa!
Traveler, Paimon. Annihilation mode disengaged. Chat mode activated.
Chat mode, huh? Huh. You'd probably get along well with a Fontanian magician friend of ours. She does.
Yeah, Lynette would be perfect with you.
Good morning. Nice to see you again. What lovely weather we're having.
It's literally raining. Good morning, nice to see you again too. It's lovely, isn't it?
Hey! Don't you start too. One robot's enough.
These are some standard greetings I learned recently. 3 greetings in a row equals thrice the greetment. Hypothetically speaking.
Where did you get greetment from? Never mind. You're doing a whole lot better than the last time we met.
Yes. My cognition and language modules are recovering well. I can now sustain fluid conversation, but I have still been unable to retrieve the memory containing the code to the cryptex. I will keep trying. Sincere apologies.
It's okay, it'll take however long it takes.
Yes. Now that a convenient moment to change the topic has presented itself. What is that object in your hand? A new model of source mechanism?
It's a flower that Adita made it for you.
Flower. Flowers are plant reproductive organs. But I detect no signs of life.
It's more like a flower built from mechanical components.
Understood. A flower-shaped machine component. What is its function? Which module is it designed for? Is it compatible with my hardware?
It doesn't have a function. It's just for looking at. You know, a cute little souvenir.
Cute little souvenir. But if it serves no function, for what purpose was it built?
Oh, this conversation just got very deep.
A cryptex is for sending messages. Machines are for performing tasks. What about this flower? What is it for?
It's to express gratitude.
Gratitude?
Yeah. If someone helps you out, you help them back. And if someone gives you a gift, you get them something in return. That's how we show gratitude to other people.
The Flower Feather Clan took me in, so I'm neutralizing threats near their territory. Like that?
Yes, exactly. You got it. So, it all makes sense now, right?
But is this not tit for tat? I heard Mr. Kenichi use this term.
No, that's completely different.
Ideas like this can take some time to fully grasp. To start with, will you accept this flower?
I will. Gratitude.
In terms of its purpose, think of it as a memento of your friendship.
Memento?
An object that symbolizes an important memory. It's for remembering something or someone by.
Important memory. Memento.
Here, wear this flower. And this feather, too. There. Much better. Gotta look your best for your big journey.
A flower? Why? It'll only increase a total load.
It's just a flower. It's not that heavy. Just think of it as a little souvenir from me. Something to take with you on the road.
Souvenir?
That's right, a souvenir. Sometimes when people have something important to remember, they'll pick an object to use as a reminder of that thing. Even if you end up forgetting everything, this flower will always keep blooming. It could take 1,000 times, maybe 2,000, but maybe one day, you'll see the flower bloom, and suddenly, you'll remember the reason for your journey.
Shouldn't I stay here and help you?
No. Everyone's on their own path, and they have to walk it alone. Just as your journey is yours and no one else's. Besides, I have no plan to go to war against him. We both owe each other far more than our mere lives. If either of us actually wanted to claim on that debt, all they'd have to do is ask. If anything, I pity him. In a way, his situation's not so different from yours. But in his case, it's turned him into something neither human nor dragon. The more he chases the sun, the more it blinds him to the creatures who live by its light. You were once, well, she was once the enemy of humankind. And Ochkan doesn't care to distinguish between you and her like Ishkik and I do. He sees you as the same being. So if you stay behind, and especially if you help me, it'll only stoke the flames of his blind hatred even further.
But...
Come on, you have bigger things to worry about than me right now. You have a huge journey ahead of you. That should be your focus. Have faith. This tribe will kneel to no one. They will never be slaves. If they lose their leader, someone else will take up the mantle. Heck, even a child who's barely learned how to walk could do it. All right, time to go. Some things are destined to be forgotten. Don't let it get to you. In 1,000 years' time, you'll have a life far, far away from here. So go, cross the ocean, find a new place to belong. Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
Hinefa? Hinefa, what's wrong?
I was... Sincere apologies. My cognition module crashed for a moment. It is now fixed.
Is it because you've been fighting for too long? Oh, you need to rest. Come on, let's get you back.
Back? Back to the Flower Feather Clan?
Yeah, of course. Everything else aside, Adieta and her folks will be leaving soon. Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Is something bothering you?
Yes. The closer I am to the Flower Feather Clan, the more erratic my cognition module becomes. Occasionally, unidentified data surfaces from my memory banks.
I never had a similar reaction to when Silonan said the name Lianka.
Memory data? So, what about that curse Chilonan mentioned? Does it not hurt to remember anymore?
It does. Even now, it still hurts. I have merely switched off the corresponding facial expressions to avoid making other people uncomfortable.
Is that the robot equivalent of just saying I'm just used to it by now?
But if I do not recall my memories, I cannot complete my task.
So, is this why you've been spending so much time out here?
When memory data surfaces, there is a high probability that my cognition module will crash. This constitutes a safety risk. Therefore, I have been spending time away from the tribe.
A safety risk, like what happened at the Children of Echoes? Come back with us. No need to worry about safety risks with us around.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever happens, we'll make sure things don't get out of hand.
Maybe going back to the tribe will trigger some useful memories, and Ideator would really like to say goodbye to you in person.
Assessing relative combat capability. Paimon, approximately 1/5.
1/5? Of what?
Traveler. Risk mitigated. Strategy accepted.
Great, let's go. Return to the clan. Oh, it's more over here, so I'll walk to the rep.
I can't thank you enough for hosting us these past few days. And thanks for agreeing to look after Nefa. I know it's a lot to ask.
It's alright. She'll be in good hands.
She never came back. I guess I'll have to leave without saying goodbye.
Hey now, you'll see her again. And we have so much to look forward to in Liyue. All those Shao lanterns lighting up the sky. You've always wanted to see that.
Arieta. Amu. Joashin. I am back.
Huh? Nefa? You brought her back? Thanks so much.
Don't mention it.
Also, gratitude for the flower.
This is a reluctant goodbye to her. She's gonna wave from a distance. Yep.
What does it feel like to know where you are returning to?
That's a strange question. As soon as you're all better, you'll be returning to Notcry. Oh, and we forgot to say, we're actually heading there ourselves soon. Maybe we can travel together.
Not cry. Is that home?
Huh?
Cognition module unable to define home. All the memory data that has presented itself recently has been related to Natlan. But the merchants tell me that I have family waiting for me in Notcry. If I do recover my memories, which time period will they be from? And will the post-recovery me be the same me that I am now, or someone different?
Phew. That's a deep question.
What is it that you're afraid of? Are you worried the new you will be so different you don't even recognize her?
Finding near synonyms for mind and conflict. Cognition module. Split. Yes. Once I have been split, will it change the way I define home?
Huh. Now that's a tough question. A lot of people and a lot of Saurians spend their whole lives searching for an answer to that. But if you want my opinion, home is somewhere you can always return to. Wherever that might be. No matter how far you fly, there will always be someone back there waiting for you. No matter how battered and bruised you get, you can always go back there to rest and recover. I guess you could say it's somewhere you belong. Wherever it is that your memories guide you back to, I'm sure it'll be somewhere you feel safe. Somewhere you feel you belong. Of course, everyone's situation is different. I don't know how applicable my experience is in your case, but consider it a reference point, I guess?
Okay. Recorded under reference data.
And at the end of the day, I mean, who says you can't have more than one home? There's no law against it.
Squawk.
Someone's looking for us. Hopefully this means there's been some progress. Don't be afraid to recover your memories. They might contain the answers you're looking for.
Got it.
Recover your memories. Malfunction. Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?
How far? Oh, not too far. Let's go check the sitch. Oh, hey. Hey, Sea Lolly. Always good to see you.
It's Sea Lolly. Didn't think it'd be you.
Don't you think I'd want to do my part to help the Traveler? And anyway, no one's more qualified than the Masters of the Nightwind when it comes to Natlan's ancient history.
Ancient history? Wow. Even by Lolly's standards?
If you think I didn't hear that, you're sorely mistaken. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I don't know if you noticed, but Kenichi's little sidekick has been acting a little strange around Inefa.
Hey, Hal? Yeah, you can say that again.
After you parted ways, Kenich put him in timeout for 3 whole days and nights. Then, he had Aoife send Kakuku to torment him for another night.
He kind of had it coming, though.
Finally, Ahau got so infuriated with Kakuku's pestering that he lost his cool and let slip a crucial piece of information. 2 words. Sovereign Ruler.
Sovereign Ruler? So what? Isn't that just how he introduces himself?
It is, and I always assumed it was a load of hot air. But apparently not. Turns out the title refers to the 13 Dragon Lords who ruled Natlan in ancient times.
Oh, I think I've heard of them.
Wait, really? How? It took me forever to figure this out. Anyway, the 13 sovereign rulers are not ordinary dragons, but forms of artificial intelligence created by the Pyro Dragon using secret source technology. They had superior intelligence and greater authority than even the ancient dragons themselves. Each ruled over a portion of Natlan's territory, but one by one, they disappeared during the war with the heroes. Even most of their names are unknown now, long since buried in the sands of time. If we hadn't managed to pry that tidbit out of Ahau's mouth, I would have had no idea where to even start.
I always thought that little monster's biggest claim to fame was arguing with Kakuku for an entire day. He has quite a history then, huh? Which of the 13 was he?
Not a clue. So far, he has staunchly refused to reveal which of the sovereign rulers he was. My guess is that he doesn't even remember. Remember, these rulers were supposed to be powerful forms of artificial intelligence. And Ahau, well, it hardly seems like he's still in his prime. I'll bet he's lost most of his memories and power by now.
Lost memories.
Yet, despite that, Ahau seemed to sense the presence of a fellow sovereign ruler when you were nearby. Specifically, it's the core in your chest he was reacting to.
What? Inefa's a sovereign ruler too?
Could be. Kenich and Aoife have been keeping a close watch on Ahau.
It's more likely that just the core piece that I know originally picked up came from one.
It seems like those 2 words are all he remembers.
Darn! So the trail's gone cold.
Not completely. There's also Lianka and the Flower Feather clan, both of which have triggered a response from Inefa so far. And as it happens, out of the sovereign rulers that I was able to dig up information on, there was one who had a very close relationship with Lianka. Her name was the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers, otherwise known as the 8th Lord. She ruled over what is now the Flower Feather clan's territory. The records claim that she didn't die in the war with humanity, but was executed by her own kind. Her crime being betrayal of dragonkind by secretly raising a human. Lianka.
Huh? Shasta, did you know this?
Some of it. Our tribe's origin story has...
Hey, well, man, hope you're doing well, dude.
A dragon. And of the 6 heroes, she had the closest relationship with dragonkind. After raising her, her surrogate mother then encouraged her to leave the nest and seek her own path. She traveled far and wide, settling disputes between...
We're learning that, well, Inefa, our robo buddy, she has no recollection of how she ended up here and what's going on. So we're trying to help piece it piece by piece. But we're kind of figuring out that her mechanical heart...
A community of like-minded people
My statement, you coward.
gathered around her.
Her mechanical heart is seemingly from one of the sovereign dragon lords from like an eternity ago of Natlan's history.
Mentioned her dragon mother's name, or what became of her in the end.
But if that's true, then she comes from an era where there was great prejudice against the dragons, and so she would have been seen as a traitor to the dragons during that time. which is why she's even more confused, because if she's got the heart of like some ancient dragon, and she was like later built by Aino, then what is her background in essence is kind of how like where she's at. Inefa?
Oh, sorry. My cognition module is acting up again. At some point during this conversation, it
Also, see,
started
Lolly's
to
mine,
behave
so you can't have a one man. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
You mentioned
I'm the one with her
priestess
key, the key to her
Flora
house.
Tempest and Skyborn Feathers was executed. Might I ask how?
Unfortunately, the humans of that time weren't privy to all the details of dragon affairs.
You know what is actually kind of
The
funny?
only records we have are vague references.
What else is on my mind?
After the fact.
Look, this is the last patch of Natlan, so tragically, this is probably the last time we're going to see Lolly for a while. Lolly's going to step back just in time for March 7th to become pivotal to Honkai Star Rail again. So Skylar Davenport, the actress for both characters, literally will just shift back over. She's had a year break from March playing the Seat Lolly, and as soon as Seat Lolly ends, she just goes straight back to March. Also annoyed, also Seat Lolly. Yeah. Current SMT5 teams now Hibino. Oh, so you got a very spam heavy team then with Satan, Lucy, and Ugret. Still noticing a lack of a general balance though. Who's your buffer and debuffer? Who's keeping the team alive? Who's covering the physical attributes? Who's covering the magic attributes? Who's there to make up for when you burn through all your SP, which will inevitably happen? I'm noticing your team is just all pain and no strategy.
It's very possible that this is mere speculation or complete fabrication, so don't give too much weight to it. But for what it's worth, it said that a curse was placed on the priestess by one of
She's
the
still
other
mean.
rulers.
Well, no, she's not mean. It's
If
not.
she
You just
truly harbors
you just click the dumb
pro-human
options and she calls you
then
out
for
on it.
every
If
ounce
she's
of
lovely,
goodwill
if you're
she
nice to
feels,
her.
may her mind be
Like
flooded
any
with
human
pain
being,
of
you act like a
immeasurable
prick. Eventually, she gets annoyed.
In the savage conflict and chaos that followed, the priestess's
And
mind
that's why I'm breathing
was
around
ultimately
142. Yeah, gee, I
destroyed.
wonder why.
Jeez, what a bizarre method of execution. Definitely sounds like the history writers used some artistic license there.
I kind of like Inefa's voice actress. I don't know if it's like, I know, like, they did get her to just, hey, do the robot voice sort of thing. Like, they could have easily just made her sound a little bit more human than this, but no, I kind of like the robot voice, but I generally just like the voice actress performance. Are you okay? Because it's like a mechanical softness. It's the only way I can really put it. Like, her voice has a softness to it, but you can hear, like, the mechanical parts. Didn't mean to pile on her.
I'm fine.
I still think, I mentioned it yesterday. One of my favorite memes I saw recently was, like, it played up saying, like, the big plot twist of who Paimon actually is. And it says, what if she just turns around and says, but Paimon is just Paimon. And that's the big twist, that she's not Asmodee, she's not fucking the unknown god, she's not something from Celestia, she's just fucking Paimon. And it turns around and Lumine and, like, half the fucking Genshin cast go, like, it turns out she's just Paimon.
I brought some woven scrolls with me that might be useful. Have a look if you're interested. Here, take them.
Oh, you mean me? I wonder if my team is coming across as offensive. I just think, if you were playing SMT5 normally on like a fresh run, going for all damage, you would have learnt real quickly that your team setup is not ideal. You have no backup plan if you're just going for raw damage. You have no support for when you get evasion nerfed into the ground. You have no, unless you're covering it, Nahabino, healing for when you inevitably, like, don't one-shot a boss and 20 turns deep into the war, you're out of resources. There's so much about SMT's core value of strategy building and structure that you just haven't got to experience, and that's why it always kind of irks me. I'm never going to gatekeep and be like, oh, you can't play it. Play it however you want. Play it however you want. I'm just saying I always feel like you're letting yourself down on what could be a much more enjoyable experience than it already is for you, because you're not being forced to engage with its mechanics and systems. You're just kind of, like, drifting across the surface of it. If that makes sense? Like, you were still at the tip of the iceberg, you haven't looked what's underneath the water. Am I hearing your thoughts? Oh yeah, right, we're still soul linked.
It's just a little spell based on our prior experience. I'll explain everything shortly when you catch up with me. Well, I need to get going now. If I find out anything more, I'll keep you updated.
Gratitude.
I mean, heck, look back on my live stream playthrough of SMT5 Vengeance, my blind playthrough. Specifically, I can't remember if it was like session 2, 3, or 4, but like somewhere around that range, when I fought Matador, and my victory attempt was 40 minutes long, and I was having the time of my life, because my strategy and my thoughts on how to handle the fight was constantly changing throughout the whole thing to keep up with Matador. And I loved the fact that I had to, like, continuously stretch my mind to the different aspects of SMT5's gameplay systems to get through it. Trying different things on the fly, mixing up my team members, trying to get a pattern down, and then when he shifts the pattern, alter it to kind of force him back into that pattern. Or if it was unforceable, how can I adjust my side of it to make it more compatible, etc, etc. I love that. And that might just be for me, and that's fine, but I'd love that. I go to SMT to be tested. If I wanted to have an easier time and not worry about it too much, there's a lot of other RPGs I'd go to instead. And the funny thing is that we've spoken about this many times over the years, about how I handle RPGs in general, like especially like when we was going through the earlier Atelier games when I was still getting used to it, versus how you handle it. A lot of how I handle and going through RPGs and like how I handle, how I build myself, what I prioritize, what I work on, is solely built from growing up with Shin Megami Tensei and it requiring me to use all of my tools at my disposal at any given time. And I'm glad that you're loving it. I genuinely am. I'm glad that you're loving it and you're having a fantastic time. My thing is that I just feel like there's still a higher plane of existence you could reach with it if you love having to actually like strategize and put things together and build like a team sort of thing. There's still like a higher plane of it that you could get out of it.
Hello, traveler.
Shilonin, what's going on?
Well, see, Lolly hasn't told you everything. There's another sovereign ruler that Inefa might be connected to, not just the one from the Flower Feather clan.
All trace of this other sovereign ruler was lost after the war. The records claim that in their final battle, they fought against Ishkik and Lyanka.
How? I thought they were against each other. What? You didn't say anything. It was a mess. Yeah, to be fair, my Sophie 1 build was a mess because I had no idea what I was in for with Atelier. But even then, I still pulled through, didn't I? But I remember distinctly Sophie 2, where I built like a pretty competent way to get through and pretty consistent way to kind of survive through it. And like for most of that live stream, I looked at like my chat and it was you saying, "Oh, I didn't do this at all." "Oh, I did it this way instead. Oh, I didn't touch that at all. Oh." Luard kicked your ass? No, I beat Luard. I beat him first try. I had no trouble whatsoever. I beat Luard first try. You might be thinking of Sophie 2 final boss, where even though that was first try, that was like by the skin of my teeth. I breezed Luard. It was everything after the main game that I struggled with. I got bullied in Fyrus's like the first half of the game final boss. Because I didn't like go to all the regions, do everything, so I wasn't completely built, so Fyrus just got destroyed in the exam. Liddy and Suli we breezed. Like I said, Sophie 2, although I beat it first try, I did get bullied a bit. And the whole Riser trilogy, even though like Riser 3's final boss beat me once, I still think that was one of the easier ones, but that was just because I was so much more comfortable with Atelier. I immediately could identify exactly what went wrong and fix it. No, I never want to gatekeep. I always want people to experience and play things. The only thing, like with SMT, is that I want to be, like, if you're enjoying it, I want to see how much further I could help you enjoy it. And I feel like certain aspects of how it can be played could end up harming yourself in the long run with your total enjoyment. And so it's less about you can't play it this way, you can't do that. It's more about I want you to be able to get the most out of this thing you're enjoying. And yeah, I know there's always going to be a degree of bias from that from me, because I grew up with the franchise. That's my my premise, like my point. I never want to be like, you can't play it this way, you can't do that. Play it however the fuck you want. As long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters.
Despite a very strong reaction to the name Leonka. And to me, that says we need to tread.
I've always been like very against gatekeeping unless it's like very, very hyper-specific situations. Like, to give like a loose example, if someone who clearly has no interest, no care, no understanding, and no ability to want to understand an important subject matter that's in a piece of media, I will say fuck off then. If that makes sense. Not in like a rude way all the time. Well, it depends how they are, but you get what I mean. Like, if it's like a very important, very significant thing that means a lot to someone, and someone else just comes in and they completely dismiss it and are very antagonistic against it just cause, then no, you're not welcome. But I don't necessarily think that's like gatekeeping in that sense. That's more like just cleaning out the rough. If someone makes themselves unwelcome, then they're unwelcome. You know? What about this 11th Lord?
She's the one who went missing after the war. Said to be the proudest of all the sovereign rulers. And the most hostile towards humanity. When the Pyro Dragon fell,
I always want people to be able to just enjoy the thing. So if things change, if you find a wing that's completely different from me and you still love it, I'm still gonna be like, hell yeah, dude. Like I said, I only grumbled because I feel like there's a higher plane with it you could reach.
What became of her, or even what her name was.
But I admit there is a little bit of selfishness in it, because there's a part of me that's like, no, I grew up having no choice but to deal with these mechanics because there was no easy mode in older SMT. But I came out of those adventures loving them so much because I learned, mostly by getting my head slammed into a wall, but I learned how to get through it. My first playthrough of Nocturne that I remember was embarrassing. I got destroyed basically by everything. The Labyrinth of Amal like ate me for breakfast all the time. It was so difficult to consistently survive in there because I just didn't have the experience. Yet now, when I did my Let's Play of SMT3 Nocturne a few years back, I only game overed twice all playthrough. And one of them was because I just got stupid unlucky. One of them, we went into a random encounter, and the enemy got enemy advantage, and the very first thing they did was cast an instant kill that happened to twig my entire party. And I was just like, are you fucking serious? like, that was just sheer bad luck. The only other one that was genuine just because I got greedy, and I got exhaustion checked. I ran out of resources, bumped into a normal encounter that just exploited my lack of resources at that point, and then they cleaned me up. But when I reached the end of Nocturne, it cemented itself and has held true for nearly 2 decades as one of my all-time favorite games. I love Nocturne. I'm not ignorant to the fact that 4 is a lot better than 3, but I still love Nocturne. It's such an important game to me. I'm saying what I think you're saying.
Point is, if Inefa really
the only thing I ever don't recommend with Nocturne is don't fucking play on hard. Play on normal. Hard is not
taken out.
Not for the faint-hearted.
How would that be any different from
the fact that I've seen so many people fire up Nocturne on hard and lose the tutorial fight, I'm like, yeah, hard is not for the fucking faint-hearted.
Anyone with a brain could see you were up to something back there. Unless it's a Paimon brain. Or a robot brain.
Okay, you got us. Actually, we never intended to cut you out of this. It's just that Lolly's spell only works on the Traveler. But Chaska, I'm telling you,
because we're soul bonded.
We have legitimate concerns here. This is not baseless speculation. Ever since Inefa set sail for Natlan, the secret source automatons have been getting increasingly aggressive. It's as if they're drawn to each other. Inefa could well be the 11th Lord herself. And if so, then the moment she recovers her memory, all of us, all of humanity, will instantly become her enemy.
I've been keeping an eye on movements at the Flower Feather clan. Whatever she was in the past, and whoever she becomes in the future, I trust who she is today.
Even if the past and future Inefa are a completely different person from who she is now?
If you're suggesting that there's a volatile force within her, threatening to rise up and take over at any given moment, that makes two of us. But no one ever gave up on me. Not Mama Bird, not Koichi, not my dad. So what right do I have to give up on her?
Well said, Chashka, because you were just a feral animal human that would attack anything at sight when you were first found by the clan, because you were literally raised by birds.
If Lianka was here, I have every confidence that she'd say the same. Besides, even if the 11th Lord rises again and declares all of us her enemy, the solution is simple. We defeat her. The heroes managed it, so there's no reason we can't too.
Especially with Tumaini on the team.
Fine, fine. I had a feeling this might be your reaction.
Look, I get it. They're only acting like the villain here to make us realize how serious the situation is. You know how I know that? Because when I was a kid, they brought me to you for treatment, and you didn't give up on me either.
Yeah, well, playing the villain is a force of habit for old Granny by this point. Just know you've been warned, all right? Watch out for any new developments and make sure you know where she is at all times.
That really sounded like a granny talking to a rebellious teen.
Hey, the spell hasn't worn off yet, you know. Anyway, now that we're all caught up, you should get back on Inefa watch, and we should get back to investigating.
Help! Someone! Oh, Chaska? What are you all doing here? And when did Shilonen show up?
Paimon, you were supposed to stay with Inefa.
Oh, right, Inefa. Something weird happened. She got halfway through those woven scrolls and then flew off all of a sudden. Paimon tried to stop her, but she wouldn't come back.
Did something
I think Inefa is going to be our gate into Nodcry, by the way, because her home is Nodcry. Her heart might be from potentially this 11th Lord, but she was built and put together, and her home is with Aino in Nodcry. So I think it'll be like, once we get all this cleaned up, she'll go, oh, well, I am going to go home to Nodcry, and we'll go, oh, we'll go with you. And that'll be how they, like, set this up.
You're our eye in the sky. Find out where she's gone. We'll inform everyone else. Tell them to be on high alert.
Roger that.
I'm coming with you.
Wait, don't you want to discuss this first? Hey, wait up!
Yeah, sorry, Paimon, we kept you in the dark.
Let's fly.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I forgot how unruly this fucking thing is.
Giddy up! Slow down! Paimon's gonna puke!
And you're playing Chashka in, like, fucking the trial mode. It's difficult to kind of adjust. It definitely is a thing that you have to kind of, like, alter and feel out.
Target acquired. Activating annihilation mode.
Whoa, are these all secret source automatons?
Let's take them out.
Okay.
Reinforcements have arrived. Traveler, Paimon, Chaska. Gratitude.
Not now. Save it for later.
And you see this thundercloud forming in the sky. This is the unique new reaction tied to Nodcry, or one of them. This is a lunar charge. You can see it there, that thundercloud cloud, that is specifically to Nodcryan characters. They get lunar charge. Which is basically just make an electro reaction with a Nodcryan character and you'll get it. You can see it as well because the font, yeah, lunar charge there, the font when it does damage and for the numbers is different, so you know it's from a different reaction. However, the lunar charge doesn't seem to require you to actually use your Nodcryan character, just have them in your party. And there's going to be other variants of lunar reactions that will come in time, depending on what element the Nodcryan character comes from.
Boss, what do we do now? We've tried the same thing several times now, and it isn't working. We can't keep waiting around for her to leave the settlement.
Well, well. An ancient relic from Natlan's dragon civilization. If you want to
That's
play
Sandron's
fair,
voice,
then
isn't
be
it?
my guest. But there is an unpredictable variable you need to watch out for.
That sounds like Sandron. Is that Deneen Melody? Is that Ron Dolhart?
Let's fall back. This isn't worth the risk.
Are they under direct orders from Sundron?
Hamu, Hadieta, are you okay?
I'm fine, but Mom's hurt.
I'll be okay. I just hurt my ankle. Inefa got here just in time.
Why would they do this? Why?
Look, no one could have known the automatons would ambush you here. Don't blame yourself.
Wait,
How did Inefa know to come here? Did she sense that they were in danger?
Yes, I heard the secret source automatons talking.
Well, that's interesting.
Even now, I still hear them.
Really? Paimon doesn't hear anything.
Hypothesis. Language
Ending like
module
it more than
requires
COV. Fair enough.
Functionality. Please wait.
I haven't seen like all the stuff with MCU yet because I'm going to do it eventually. I just need to get back into SMT5 at some point. I need to finish off my Vengeance Law run.
Please try again.
Whoa, that was quick. How come you're so familiar with their architecture?
I have seen them many times before. At least I think so.
More random memory data, I guess.
The only thing I know to keep an eye out for is when we get to the Ishtar fight, I'm just going to fight Ishtar at max strength because there's a trophy for doing so, instead of trying to nerf her.
Hey, what do you think you're playing at? Why did you attack us?
We're under the Fatui's control. They made us attack you.
The Fatui?
How is that possible? The captain's soldiers certainly aren't capable of this, and besides, we know everything they're up to. Has another Fatui regiment infiltrated Natlan?
Yeah, the captain's not doing this because the captain's on our side. So it's someone who's mechanical expertise, which we should know that's only Sundron that would really do that.
Why is it getting so choppy?
It's either Sundron or Dottore, but Dottore won't do it because he's more focused on human experimentation. Sundron is the mechanical psycho.
Distance to signal source increasing, transmission compromised. Combining these words with what I've heard so far, I believe the full message should be, the Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Oh. So all the recent automaton attacks, the Fatui were behind it all along?
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
No.
So who are you?
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending a request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn? Who or what is that?
Hypothesis. This appears to refer to me, or more specifically to my core.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return the core.
I think she wants me to go with her to return the core, so she can repair the damage done by the Fatui.
Wait, you mean she knows you?
But would giving up your core kill you, technically?
Yes.
Or deactivate you?
Before the translation began, she referred to me by a different name, 11th Lord.
And we just side-eye, like Chashka and I just side-eye each other like, uh-oh. So Inefa is the missing sovereign ruler who fought against Lianka.
What? So, Inefa is the 11th sovereign ruler?
Hold on. This automaton just attacked us moments ago. We shouldn't trust everything it says. You say Inefa is the 11th Lord. What proof do you have?
Return to the 8th Lord's territory, and you can restore all of your memory data.
Inefa? What did she say?
She said, return to the 8th Lord's territory, and I can restore all of my memory data.
8th Lord? Lianka's mother's territory? What does the 11th Lord have to do with that?
You were split, then exiled, and finally reborn.
Ugh, this is getting weirder by the second. What did she say this time?
Am I the only one that can hear her kind of clearly? Is everyone else just like not listening?
Excessive signal interference. Unable to translate, the signal should improve as we get closer to her territory. Traveler, Chaska, shall we proceed?
Wait, you should think this through carefully. I may know a thing or two about the Fatui regiment that entered Natlan recently. They're kind of a special ops team. Definitely not your average soldiers.
Oh?
They've been showing up everywhere, hungrily searching for secret knowledge about all kinds of ancient civilizations. They say they're trying to make some sort of inference. The leader of this regiment is a harbinger based in Nodcry.
It is Sundron! Oh, I fucking knew it. It is Sundron. With the exception of the rooster, like, the smallest harbinger in terms of height. Like, she is, like, a whole foot smaller than Farina, kind of small. But she's peculiar. We don't know if she's mechanical, but she does have, like, a clockwork... Yeah, you know, like those clockwork keys that you spin to make the thing work? She has that attached to her back, and she's sitting on the hand of a much bigger mech. Like, kind of think of, like, Clara and Svarog, kind of like how Clara's the kid and Svarog's the death robot that, like, just destroys everything that's really big, but just evil. But Sundron has, like, this... She's the kind of, like, a mad professor type, but she is obsessed with machinery. Like, the giant mech that carries her, she, I think, built. Like, she is obsessed with machinery. And that's why she gets compared to Dottore, because they're both kind of mad scientists. The difference is Dottore's focused on his obsession with humans and life, whilst Sundron is focused on mechanical things. Artificial life, and things like that. Like, Sundron finds what Dottore does disgusting. But Dottore doesn't necessarily approve of what Sundron does either, and so it's kind of like they're just two different aspects of researching life, but in different ways. If I had to pick one that I'd prefer, in terms of, like, who would be more humane, Sundron not fucking with human life, really, gives her an edge, whilst Dottore kidnaps children and subjects them to torture experiments, so he's kind of, like, on the top of the shit list. Anyway.
How exactly do you know all this?
I, heard bits and pieces at the market in Nashatown, but I figured they were just rumors. Didn't realize it was true.
Is that right? How come I'm only hearing about this now?
Yeah, because you used to be part of them.
I'm sorry. I was so preoccupied with getting ready for the journey, and like I said, I thought they were just rumors anyway. Didn't want to worry you.
So these Fatui are soldiers, huh? Who's stronger, them or Inefa?
Inefa, of course. But still, maybe you should tread carefully here. Inefa's already had to rescue us so many times now. I'd be mortified if anything happened to you.
You're right.
Calling it now, he's ex-Fatui, and he abandoned them, and that's why they're here.
Take her back to the tribe and get her checked out. And as for this 11th Lord business, we need to discuss this with the others before deciding how to proceed.
An 11th Lord with her memories back will probably see humanity as her enemy. Shilonen and Sitlali's worst fears might be coming true. We need to tell them.
Look, I know the news about the 8th Lord and Marionette is very concerning. But we should probably come up with a plan before checking things out.
Understood. Destination cancelled.
Don't lose hope. This is still a big breakthrough. We'll follow up on this soon. It won't be long.
Yes. New destination. Flower Feather Clan.
Traveler, Inefa, could you check that the coast is clear? I'm gonna patch up Amu, then head out.
Understood. Commencing task.
Arieta, I need you to go keep Mom company while the doctor takes a look at her. Dad has some things to take care of, so I'll be staying out here a while longer.
You're not coming back with us. Why not?
Because you gotta go talk
Dad's
to your
gonna pack up the
ex-Fatui
luggage
friends.
and make sure all our goods are safe. Don't forget.
That's what I think. I think
there
he's
are tickets to a
ex-Fatui or
great new
something,
life in
and that's
a
how
new
he
way.
knows a bit more what's going on.
Don't worry. Dad will be back very soon. I'm sorry, girls. I promise it's going to be okay.
I'll get help as quickly as I can. If anything happens, save yourselves first.
Yeah, this is a good one. No worries, dude. Thanks for popping in. Reminder, I'm probably going to be taking the next couple days off after this, just to kind of, like, reset. But we'll do more Genshin, because we've got the rest of the holiday update to do. I will do that on Sunday, because the rest of it will be out by then.
His portrait is hung up at the Fatui stronghold.
Yep.
You're saying Joashin might be a Fatui spy? And he's staying behind as their eyes on the ground. But should we really leave Anefa here too? Not that I don't trust her, it's just... Are you sure you'll be okay keeping an eye on her by yourself?
I'll be fine. If we get anything more out of the automatons, she's the only one that can make sense of it.
You're not wrong. We need all the intel we can get on Marionette and the Fatui. As far as I'm concerned, they're a bigger threat than any sovereign ruler. Still, even with your abilities, be sure to stay on your guard. And not just because of the Fatui and the 11th Lord. It's that automaton, too. I'm still not convinced we can trust it. Why the sudden request for assistance from the 8th Lord's territory? Are we supposed to believe that Lianka's mother survived? Surely there'd be at least some mention of that in the tribal legends. I don't know. Something just doesn't add up.
Hey, Chaska! Almost ready to go!
That's my cue. I'll be back with the others as soon as I've gotten Amu and Adieta to safety. If you have to leave the area for any reason, be sure to leave a trail.
I will.
He's on the move. Huh. So much for keeping the goods safe. Do we think he's going to meet someone? Should we tail him? He won't know he's being followed. This could be our chance to get our hands on some real...
Oh, are we about to do a stealth
intel.
mission?
Either about the sovereign rulers or this marionette person.
Shall we follow him?
Let's do it. Make sure you leave a trail so we can be traced.
Got it. Stealth mode activated.
Would it not be even stealthier to just not say that out loud?
Yeah, we're not doing the actual stealth mode. Keep your distance and follow. Oh, this is teaching you about lunar charge. We're not being very subtle. It's like there's nothing to fucking hide behind, so we have to kind of just do this.
Now, why would someone dig a random tunnel in the middle of nowhere? Unless it's the entrance to one of the sovereign ruler's territories!
The territory was sealed by Lianka. This was once one of the secondary access tunnels.
Hey, that was pretty clear this time. What's changed?
Getting closer. Increased activity and language module.
What do you mean by sealed?
Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it.
Huh? You're breaking up again! Oh, looks like the signal's still pretty choppy.
Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it. Later, the Fatui found a weak point and broke in.
Sounds like those Fatui have made this their stronghold. Well, this is probably a good point to stop and wait for reinforcements. What do you think? Anefa? Oh no! What's she doing? Just charged right in!
Oh, I take my eyes off her for 2 seconds.
Traveler, are we going after her? Or waiting here?
We're going after her. I promised to watch over her, and I'm concerned for her safety.
All right, then. But let's be careful.
The Soul Servants once offered up flowers and candles to the 8th, but now all the flowers have withered and the candlelight has died away. The empty winds still whisper unheard stories of the past. Before we dive in, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. The first of the day, like, hour and a half in. So BRB, and we'll come back. I'm back. Let's go. God, Yelan's costume, even in like this side profile, is just like, oh. So yeah, I still have this squad. This is the like hyper freeze, I call it, but it's the Skirk squad. I have my dedicated Natlan team, which this is probably the team. Anytime after we're done with this story arc and we go into Nod Cry, I've said before that I might swap Seat Lali back off for Eula just because it will make more sense. I'm not undecided yet because Seat Lali is honestly just a great support unit in general as well. But if I do, anytime I'm back in Natlan, I will use this squad anyway. I'm quite happy with this squad as a whole. They're not perfect. Like, Kashina could probably have been Shilonan instead, but it is what it is. And then this is literally, like, this backup squad, I call it, is basically just the extras at this point. I don't really know what to do with them. I mean, also, I have Farina here, but this is like, these are the squad that's like, hey, I built all these units. Hu Tao was a very beloved member of my OG team back in the day, but I just don't know what to do with them. But I digress. Yeah, this is our main squad. Let's dive in. It's funny how, like, the contrast between this, Zenless, and Honkai Star Rail, because, like, in HSR and Zenless, I mix up and fuck around with my team a lot. In Genshin, I have a comfort team, and I stick with that comfort team against all odds. It's why, like, in every stream, you always see Yelan, you always see Raiden Shogun. It used to be Eula and then Hu Tao, and it's only when Ali came out, I eventually made the choice to swap Hu Tao out for Ali, and then Ali stayed permanently. And it's only now in Natlan it's made more sense consistently to have Seat Lali over Eula, and so Seat Lali's come in. Especially for grinding. A lot of the enemies, like when you're grinding the map, are just a lot more convenient with a Night Soul using party member with you. Especially when grinding artifacts. Basically, like, every domain in Natlan requires you to do that.
Where is this? Are we inside the territory?
Yeah.
Oh, she autopiloted.
Black out or something? You just took off.
Cognition module unstable. Attempting to refresh. It appears that it was accessed by an external source.
Sorry, it was me. I summoned her by similar means to those used by the Fatui to control the automatons.
Who are you and why are you doing this?
Currently, I am but a lowly service ball. But in the distant past, I was known by another name. The 8th Sovereign Ruler. The Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers.
The 8th Lord? You're Lianka's dragon mother? But weren't you,
8th Lord. Were you not executed?
Moments after I was cursed, Lianka rescued me. Just as she tried to rescue you from the ruins of the battle.
Lianka rescued me? Memory. Missing.
Yes. Lianka changed your memory settings to make you forget. But she did it to protect you. It is the only way our kind could escape from the curse.
How does forgetting everything protect me?
Because the curse placed on us is a pain triggered by certain memories, hardwired into the depths of our minds. A regulatory program that cannot be removed.
Manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Each time you yearn for a new place to belong, each time you feel yourself turning your back on the past, the pain tears you apart, doesn't it?
If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions.
It destroys your mind, swallows your soul, prevents you from finding a new home.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
That's why forgetting everything grants temporary relief from the pain. It stops your mind from being crushed by the weight of the conflict within. But since you were rebooted, you began storing new memories, and started finding the desire to belong emerge once more.
Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking. but that was as bad as it got.
From now on, your name's Inafa.
That fucking voice crack. Oh, the fact that Aino remembers the voice crack. It's like, oh, poor Aino. Oh, is it stuttering? Hang on. At least on my end, I'm getting stuttering. 1 second. Oh, no, I think it is just on my end. Ugh. I feel like mobile data, or at least on my mobile data on my phone, maybe it's just that my phone is, I say old, it's 2 years old, but, you know, in the modern fucking age, that might as well be dead. But, my mobile data, I feel it's gotten way less consistent. Because for those who don't know, I use my phone to keep an eye on chat. And I have my phone run off mobile data, so it's not, even though it'd only be like, it's just my phone, it's not gonna be big. It's not pulling from any resource that I'm using to also stream, because also I'm connected to the internet to stream. I don't want my phone also connected to the same thing whilst I'm streaming, in case it like affects it or anything. So I have my phone on mobile data. It's never been a problem up until I feel like the past like 3-4 weeks, and I feel like it's progressively just gotten slower and slower and slower and slower. And anytime it buffers on my phone, I have to stop and check, because I don't know whether that's my phone connecting that's like struggling and buffering, or whether it's the stream buffering. Because, you know, I don't have a multi-PC setup, I don't have a PC setup, I stream straight from the raw console, so I have no way of externally tracking and keeping on top of this. So anytime it buffers on my phone, that's why I tend to stop to look, because I need to see if it's buffering because there's something wrong with the stream, or whether it's just my own phone's connection. But since the mobile data is being very fucking slow, I've transitioned it over to internet connection, but I'm now just streaming off my phone at 144p, which I don't need to look at the screen on my phone anyway, because I'm playing the fucking thing on my TV, so I can just look at my TV, I don't need to look at the at stream. But it's still, like, annoying in that sense, it's still, like, ugh, but I digress.
This is a lot to process.
So who actually cursed Nefa?
Automated defense system activated. Privileges overridden. Come quick. Stop the Fatui.
Hey! Please finish what you were saying!
It's gone silent.
What now? Find somewhere where the signal's better?
It must want us to go further in, right? Well, looks like there's no going back now anyway.
This is just a secondary access tunnel. If we make it to the center, there should be other routes out of the territory.
That kind of looks like an eye, but vertical, the door.
It is my fault that you're trapped here. I must ensure your safe return.
Oh, don't look at it like that. We gotta make sure you get back safely, too.
Whether it's in Natlan or Nordkrai, you have people waiting for you in both places.
Yes, I too must return.
Do you really trust her, Bianca? This malfunctioning part of the sovereign ruler's mind. I trust not in her, but in the path that I have chosen. I believe that every conscious...
God, the color filter brings out like almost like a black shade over Ali's attacks. I saw that in motion, I was like, oh, that looks sick. Like, there's always been like a slight black shade in it, but it really like emphasized it with that filter. It makes it look phenomenal. Sorry, this is not about Arlecchino. This is not about, like, my dad. Holy shit. This is plot important, so I should read it. Iwa Kumilal Khan stormed into my laboratory in a fit of rage. He interrogated me, demanding to know if I had taught the humans how to use phlogiston. I surged his fury with quineppa berries and asked what had happened. According to his account, it seems that a human colony near Karaj has mastered the power of phlogiston and begun to expand. In the last 3 months, they've raised over villages, sacrificed roughly human victims, and clogged the river Slam's very flow with discarded. Their leader claims to be the successor of Shark, swearing to end the Age of Dragons and to unite the people of Natlity under a single banner. Oh my god. She rush old bala Kulahun quelled the uprising in. I am so sorry if I am butchering these pronunciations for the record. I know I'm butchering them. I'm so sorry. The would-be conqueror was drowned in his own bath by his most favored consort. A captive turned killer. Leaderless, the tribe collapsed into internecine strife. Yet the secrets of phlogiston had already spread, how utterly beyond containment. If you, my lord, with your tender heart, had not sanctioned this folly, then the only one mad enough to dare would be... Iwaj did not finish his sentence, muttering under his breath as he left. Truth be told, he likely concerned himself little about humans mastering phlogiston. His fury stems solely from the crudeness of their methods, a blasphemy against his life's work. But I care. I cannot comprehend why Kakulakan, for it must be him after all, no other would do such a foolish thing, would hand phlogiston over to humans. I can understand his antipathy for these tiny life forms, brought by the usurper from beyond the sky, but I cannot comprehend his use for the methods to lure them into destroying themselves. It is like handling a rusty knife to a wailing infant, all too vicious and all too cruel. Excuse me. What outcome could he possibly expect, save for suffering and death? The ... must be a passage of time. I met with Kakulkan in private and asked him about his intentions. As usual, he remained enigmatic and aloof. He coldly denied all accusations. He claimed that I was not truly concerned about how this matter harmed the interests of dragonkind, and that an opportunistic attempt to grab power drove my belief in such absurd slander. So infuriated was I that I burst into laughter after refuting his accusations with a few choice words, and without even finishing my quineppa berries I departed. He is always like this. He scorns his kin, mocks his bloodline, and never shares his thoughts with other dragons. Yet he resents them for failing to understand him. But if he refuses to speak his mind, how could anyone ever fathom what he truly intends? Our sovereign's indulgence towards him knows no bounds, so much so that he can no longer distinguish right from wrong. Whether his actions were just or misguided, the sovereign would always respond with gentle agreement. And precisely because of this, his unease only grows deeper. No matter which path he takes, he is always met with the same tender light, leaving him utterly lost as to which road he truly walks. In the end, his suspicions towards his kin are nothing but reflections of his self-doubt. I pity him. So can I? Of course I can't. They never want you to look at the character's guest build.
Careful! Don't touch it!
Oh, I see. Is that going to come all the way back? Okay, then I think we divot and hide in here. Yes, okay.
The curse will bring you pain, and your memories will crush you. It's the same fate they subjected my mother to.
But with this core, you will forget everything for a while. Any memories that evoke a desire to belong, and all your pain along with it. They'll be...
Oh, more reading coming up. The consequences of the phlogiston theft worsened by the day. Most of the other rulers allow humans to use phlogiston to kill and conquer each other, some even encouraging them to commit more atrocities. They seem to see this as an effective means of controlling the human population, or perhaps they derive mere amusement from it. The flood of refugees surging northward grows even larger, and the tidings they bring grow ever more horrifying. The chieftain of Kashipanik offered his daughter in marriage to the leader of the Kuhal, hoping to win their allegiance. Yet the Kulha instead sacrificed her to, and marched upon their villages, for their food stores were more abundant. They do not understand how we extract vitality from blood, yet they ape our way nonetheless, offering up meaningless slaughter to their imagined gods. I spoke with Kermonel. Even she felt a pang of reluctance. Though her pity was not for humans, but for her own kin, now reduced to mere beasts, more and more humans have begun taming bishops, turning them into tools of slaughter, and even stripped of their intellect, their claws and fangs still rend flesh with ease. Thus, Kermonel has sought to ally with the humans who yearned for peace, hoping to harness their souls to weave an eternal, blissful dream realm for the dragons of her domain. Even the unfortunate fallen might shed the forms that imprison them and find happiness and solace within this dream. It is not an unfeasible plan, but her approach would inevitably weaken oversights for human settlements, inviting greater suffering upon these frail creatures who have come from beyond the skies. The sorrow of humankind stems from their lack of hierarchy. Dragons are born to submit to their superiors and command their inferiors. Even if I appeared before them in human guise, they would instantly catch my scent, recognize my station, and obey my orders. For it is the law carved into their blood, their path ordained by nature. For the weak to revere the strong, offspring to follow their sire, and subjects to serve their sovereign. But humans are different. Humans are born to deceive their betters, torment weaker kin, and even betray entire clans, or slaughter the very blood that gave them life. For nothing but selfish gain, their eyes reflect no path that belongs to them. Or if they did, they shall doubtless invent endless excuses to forsake said path. Without proper guidance or restraints, they repeat the same atrocities, never learning from their past misdeeds. All defilement of life is blasphemy, an unforgivable stain upon our sovereign's honor. Thus, only by elevating humans to stand on equal footing with dragons, forcing them to learn the necessity of the weak kneeling to the strong, and the meaning of their ordained path, can their capacity for violence be utterly purged. It is an idea that has yet to come to pass. If the Reaver from beyond the sky can seal off an entire planet to force humanity into their imposed order, then why might I not seal off my domain in turn? Let it become an impervious refuge. Let nothing within depart, and nothing without enter. A closed, ordered system where life's future may be sculpted without flaw. Let this plan be named Xibalba, a title borrowed from the humans of my domain, their primitive myths whispering from an underworld. Should it succeed, neither the sovereign rulers nor the abyssal foe shall be able to breach its sealed laws. A fitting title for the incorruptible sanctuary. Slight detour quickly. Xibalba, I recognize that name from Tomb Raider Underworld. Anyway, the king's waking days grow rarer, and so too do our chances to commune with him. He approved Kermonel's plan, as well as my own. Like Kukulkan, I grow perplexed. What path may bring true joy to our sovereign? What kind of path may allow this land to prosper for 10,000 years to come? I do not know. The Xibalba project is progressing smoothly. But even if it were progressing perfectly, I could not convince myself. If the hierarchy of power has fallen to ease our sovereign's suffering, if I cannot, by the wisdom he granted me, fathom how to truly please him, then by what right do I dare ordain a path for all others' lives? Perhaps I need to observe the humans more. Humans have yet to be tainted by their laughable traditions. If there truly is still hope, then. It's a shame it doesn't get saved as documentation, because that's kind of important lore. I mean, oh no, we're not going to be able to re-access this place once we're done.
Okay, Anefa? You keep spacing out.
I know. Unidentified data is flooding my cognition module. But every memory encounters an error, and then terminates at the crucial moment.
Do you need to stop and rest?
Unnecessary. Being physically motionless will not cause this erratic behavior to cease. And if we explore this place further, perhaps I'll find a way to fully repair myself. Additionally, some of these memories may yield useful data for our exploration. Searching for access method. Over there! We can use the access module to proceed to the central zone.
And there's also a treasure chest over there, so we might as well get it. Oh, hell yeah, Nefer. Whoa. What's with the scarring in the sky? Oh, I can't bring up photo mode. I was like, I want to take a picture of that. That looks fantastic. Maybe the cutscene will, like, drift the camera over it.
Detected 3 unregistered individuals. 1 registered individual.
Ah, is that the 8th Lord talking? So, you can take control of different machines, huh?
No, this is just an ordinary service bot responsible for access management. At least, I think it is.
She must have been here before. Some memories are proving useful after all.
Calling access module. Welcome back, Administrator 3.
Oh, yeah, I was hoping the... Wait for the module. Oh, is that's what this is coming? Just firing at us? Yeah, we've been on a few of these, exploring the overworld.
This is the Temple of Cascading Colors. Ahead is the research facility, built by Administrator 1. After Administrator 1, Administrator 2 assumed control.
You know what this reminds me of?
Sure
This
that using this on her?
this reminds me of fucking Lost. I think it's called Lost World.
It's just one of the many things she researched.
Like the 9th main level in Sonic Adventure 1, where you're running the snakes in the pyramid.
2 sealed the facility. It has been locked down to this day.
I say it's not a pyramid; it's like an ancient temple in the middle of the forest, but still. Speaking of Sonic, there were rumors and reports that the Sonic Heroes remake has been silently cancelled behind the scenes. Which, if that's true, then so be it. It's just more of a focus on the future. But I hope, in some form or fashion, some of the older Sonics still get made more officially available one day.
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it.
Now arriving at the central zone. Goodbye, Administrator 3.
Thanks for the lift. Get up the...
Huh? What was that? Get over there and check it out.
Uh-oh! They're gonna find us!
Please come with me.
Ah, there's nobody here. Probably just some server spots chattering away again.
Phew! That was too close. We hit just in time. How did you know where to go, Inefa?
I think I've been this way before. Let's head through here. It'll take us to the other side of the square.
You're the boss. Oh, that's convenient.
Installation chamber.
Quietly now. Busted.
Fulfill our pact! Transfixed!
I like that kind of like data orb shield. Oh, I just like the little cleaning symbol on it. That's cute. Is there any other symbols on it? Oh no, it's just the same on both sides. You know what this data orb kind of looks like in a weird way? It is like, oh, it's gone. I was like, it kind of looks like the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 character select screen. It's like, can I take you for a ride?
This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the system.
Oh, shit.
It's the perfect route for an ambush.
Okay, can't go any further that way. Oh, we have to hop off then, I'm assuming. Bye, friend.
Wait, I hear voices up ahead. Stealth mode activated.
Hey, this is not what we agreed. This is supposed to be over. My job is done. I did everything you asked. Leaked the clues about the ruins, brought her to Natlan, and your response is to attack me and my family?
What the? Does this mean they planted those Natlanese mechanical parts in Notcry just for you to find? So they could lure you here?
It's a possibility.
It was just a little hiccup, that's all. These source mechanisms can be tricky to control.
The last time you reported in, you mentioned she was mopping up machines near the Flower Feather clan, remember? Well, we needed to lure her further out. Hence why we created that little kerfuffle. It's unfortunate that your wife got injured, truly. But hey, look on the bright side. Now that you've shown up, we might actually get the job done this time.
This time? No. No more. Not after you hurt my family. I told you, I'm done.
I think you'll find the risks were stated quite clearly in your contract. And it's not like anyone got seriously hurt.
Your job will be done when you deliver what you promised. Our agreement was that you would bring her here. Not just to Natlan, but to this facility.
But...
Did you really expect to get away with shouldering none of the risk yourself? We're writing off your debt to the Northland Bank, and letting you get back to your old life in Liyue. That's a lot to ask for nothing in return.
I've been your inside man in Nasha Town for over 10 years now. Is that not enough for you people?
You ungrateful louse. You ran yourself into the ground. And who was there to dig you out, huh? Us. Can you name one single way we made life difficult for you in Nasha Town? Look at you. You've managed to start a business. Got yourself a family.
You have just one simple job left to do. And after that, you're free to go home. In your position, I'd say that sounds like a pretty good deal.
This is the final hurdle. Our attempts to capture the 11th Lord have been derailed every time. But there's only so long until our luck runs out. If another staged attack on your family is out of the question, we could still work this out. But this time, you'll have to do the dirty work yourself.
Me?
This is a replica control device made with Marionette's technology. After we stole the administrative privileges from this territory, we copied them onto this. It will give you control of any machines built using...
Did you just throw it on the ground?
Take it. And use it
he
to
did.
capture the
Rude
11th
bitch.
Lord.
You seem to have gained the trust of the other variables in this equation. How hard can it be to shake them off and get her while she's alone?
And before you think about disappearing, don't think we won't be watching you.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can't. I won't do it. She saved my life so many times. It would be the ultimate betrayal. How could I look my daughter in the eyes and act like everything's still okay?
So you're gunning for the world's best father now, are you? A guy like you. You're fooling no one.
This is our mistake. We let you have it too easy in Nasha Town. And now, you've forgotten the most important detail in your contract. The termination clause.
I think it's time we parted ways.
Huh? Enefa, Traveler.
You have a lot to answer for, but that can wait.
The 11th Lord. And the Variable. We were hoping you might show up.
Wait, the Controller. Without that, you...
You thought we'd hand over the genuine article to you?
Another barrier?
That's just a beacon used to set the location for this cage. We've been monitoring your movements ever since you entered these ruins.
Congratulations, Joshin. Your job is finally done. With you here, it was far easier to infer their location.
You were playing me for a fool this whole time.
Don't waste your energy trying to break out. We've commandeered at least half of the systems in these ruins. All available power sources are keeping that cage intact.
What are you going to do with us?
No one needs to get hurt today. We aren't looking for a fight. Especially not with Natlan's Tumaini. All we want is for your friend here, the former sovereign ruler, to lead us further inside.
Further inside? But we seem to have reached the center already. There is nowhere else to go.
So it appears. But there's far more of this territory than meets the eye. The dragons possessed vast knowledge, and we've barely scratched the surface. That's where the sovereign ruler comes in. If our supposition is accurate, she has in her possession a secret key that gives access to the core.
I will cooperate. Let the Traveler, Paimon, and Welkin go.
You never know! These are bad people! Don't trust them!
You are only here because of me. Besides, this is what I want. I need to see the rest of this territory and find out who I am.
Finally, a voice of reason. Gotta hand it to the dragons and their advanced artificial intelligence. But unfortunately, there's no way we can agree to those terms.
How do we know you won't just attack us the moment we let you out?
Yeah, so settle down and get ready to go hungry for the next 3 days. Even you, robot, you'll need charging eventually.
Before I go, they may have left a trail on their way here. Send someone out to cover our tracks. The last thing we need is reinforcements showing up.
This is all my fault. Adieta. Amu.
Huh? Who did that?
Impossible! Every system we hacked is set up to hold them back!
Could it be?
Hold tight.
That must lead to the core! It was beneath our feet this whole time? Take this barrier down!
Always the Fatui thinking they're one step ahead of everyone, but being really far behind everyone instead.
Way down! Traveler? Enefa? Are you okay?
No damage to report. But...
I think I broke a leg.
Hey, you! Thanks for the rescue, but could you have been a little more careful?
Beep boop.
Oh, and we're back to beep beep again? Well, isn't that convenient?
That is because I no longer need to communicate via that machine. Down here, I can talk to you directly.
It's that voice again!
When the Fatui put all their resources into keeping you trapped, it gave me a brief window to seize my privileges back. In my haste, I was not able to prioritize your safety.
Don't worry about me. I'll just rest up here. After everything I've done, I have no right to hold you back.
But the Fatui may follow us down here.
We will be ready for them.
More automatons!
Are they saluting?
Down here, all is under my control. They are not your enemy, human. They will take you somewhere safe to hide.
Enefa. Traveler. Good luck.
11th Lord. Do you now recall the path you once chose?
Not yet. Although... I think this is where I was born. But why? This is your territory.
No, 11th Lord. You were not born here. Rather, this is where you were reborn. Human, you once asked who placed the curse on the 11th Lord. The answer is
herself.
Myself?
After a long and bitter war, our kind was defeated. You survived, but you are now stranded, with nowhere to belong. Gone was the pride you once had as a member of Dragonkind. Gone was the territory once under your dominion. All of it gone, with no hope of return. What were you to do? Strike back at humanity and exact your revenge? Or search for a new home, a new place to belong? Your mind was conflicted as this irresolvable question ran endlessly through it. Finally, your mind split into two. One, the sovereign ruler who swore revenge against humanity. The other, a malfunction who longed to seek a new home.
I mean, who knows what happens when a manufactured mind goes mad? Maybe she lost her power and memories. Maybe she split into different personalities.
The sovereign ruler would sooner perish than suffer a downfall. And so she placed the exile's curse upon herself and upon you. Meanwhile, the malfunction struggled through the pain to seek assistance from her former enemies, Leonka and Ishkik. That is why you came here, praying to be reborn.
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind, to start over anew? Very well. If the mission you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, then I'm willing to trust you.
Then I am the malfunction? What happened to the sovereign ruler?
We severed that part of her mind and securely locked it away. Withering away, she finally perished completely, thousands of years ago.
So, she's gone. Without a trace?
Yes, although the curse she placed upon you yet survives. It is unbreakable. That is why it continues to affect you to this day.
So, that's what that thing is. A curse from the sovereign ruler.
So, she was severed and killed off, but Inefa survived? How does that work? Are they the same person? Dragon?
We sovereign rulers are artificial intelligence built with secret source technology. A fusion of phlogiston and information. In the case of the 11th Lord, the sovereign ruler personality and the malfunction personality split all but completely, even coming to occupy separate physical entities. In human terms, they would almost be considered as separate individuals. But in order to truly sever the connection between the two, and to break the power of the curse for good, you must be rebuilt from scratch with the aid of the source mechanisms located here. Just as I was before you, I too was tormented by the pain of the curse. But Leonka severed most of my knowledge and memories, rescuing me from the brink of destruction.
So how come you remember all this, and how come Inefa's forgotten everything?
It is because her heart is incomplete. Before the rebuilding process was finished, Ishkik met with misfortune, and the Flower Feather clan became more hesitant to act. Leonka sealed these ruins to prevent their discovery by Ochkan, and sent you out of Natlan for your own safety. That is why you are still plagued by memory loss. But I continued to work tirelessly, preparing everything you would need. Waiting for the day that Ochkanatlan would fall, and you would return.
Wow! That's a long time. How long ago was Ochkan around again? Hold on! Paimon knows this.
For the last 2,000 years. You've been waiting here for me?
Imagine my
I
surprise.
was gonna say,
when
Oshkan
the first
predates the
to arrive
Khanrian
was
War,
not
so I knew it was old.
but those
2,000
whom you
years,
called the
damn.
Fatui. They proceeded to steal my administrative privileges, plunder my territory, and send the automatons into a frenzy. But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrative privileges and placed it in your core. With that backup, I can control the source mechanisms within the territory and complete the rebuild that she began. And once you are whole again, I can repair the damage done by the Fatui and open a route back to the surface. If you are ready to continue down the path you started all those years ago, then proceed further into the depths, where I will be waiting for you.
Whew, that was a lot to take in. Let's see if Paimon can wrap her head around all that. So, basically, there was a bad robot who bugged out and turned into half good bot, half bad bot. Then, bad bot cursed good bot, so whenever good bot thinks about the idea of belonging, she gets headaches. Meaning, the only way that Anefa can avoid the pain is to keep forgetting everything.
Impressive, you understood that better than I expected.
Thanks. Paimon's getting better at this kind of thing. Wait, you did mean that as a compliment, right?
Curse. Malfunction. Belonging.
Is everything she said true?
It fits my hypothesis. And it seems to explain all my erratic behavior and cognition.
In that case, shall we keep going like she asked us to?
I believe we should. The Fatui still have control of the upper levels. Their access must be revoked before you can exit the territory. Besides that, I want to know what happens when I'm made whole. Maybe then, I will finally know where I belong.
Head to the deepest area. Oh, hey.
Initiated.
Do you have anything new to say other than owie, my leg?
Sorry.
My leg!
This probably isn't the time or place for apologies, is it?
Why did you refuse to cooperate with them?
It says in my contract that all terms are to expire in the event of my death. That means my family would no longer be at risk. They're hardly the most scrupulous people in the world, but they do keep their word when it comes to contract stuff. And in any case, with me dead, it wouldn't be worth them going after my wife and daughter. Not worth the risk of getting on the wrong side of the Flower Feather clan. Or maybe the real reason I didn't play along was I'm tired of pretending to be someone I'm not. I'm gonna rest here for a while longer, then get to somewhere safe. Please, just go on without me. I've been enough of a burden to you already. Not to mention Anefa. Oh, and I grabbed some supplies before I set off.
Oh, in the chest I already looted?
All yours if you want them.
Let's proceed. Uh-oh. LR 102, by the way. Threat detected. Protect administrator. Free.
There is no escape. Laid bare.
Insulation chamber.
Gotcha. Quietly now. Get to work.
I like the little Anefa face that's on the robot. That's cute. Administrator, welcome. I didn't get to read all that. It'd probably be things along the same line of what was the first two said, though.
Please wait. Confirming. Administrator 1. Deceased. Administrator 2. Deceased. Administrator 3. Identity confirmed. Lifting restrictions.
Ooh.
After 2,000 years,
Whoa.
11th Lord, Mirror of the Dawning Morn.
And you? You're the 8th Lord? The priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers? It's okay. I've recovered now.
I see the curse haunts you greatly. I cannot fathom how difficult this must have been to survive this endless cycle of pain. And all alone for 2,000 years.
I wasn't alone. I have had company every step of the way.
In any case, a few moments from now, your pain will be no more. Come, 11th Lord, stand before me, and be rid of this curse.
Having second thoughts?
Here I am, so close to my destination, yet my thoughts are only becoming more cluttered. I am the way I am because the 11th Lord encountered a memory data conflict and split into two. If I regain all of my memories, will I not encounter the same conflict again? My cognition module cannot produce a reliable prediction.
It's alright, humans get indecisive too.
Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
It is. But if my memories turn me back into a bad robot, do whatever it takes to stop me. If that is the case, I cannot be allowed to make it back home.
Embark on the journey home. Oh God. I'm getting like flashbacks to 2 weeks ago when it was like doing this but with Finan. Doing the slow walk, but we was doing the slow walk up to people we were going to kill in game.
Over there. That is the curse?
Yes. For the most part, it has been strangely calm ever since I entered this place. And yet, whenever I'm about to recover an important memory, it suddenly kicks in. Almost as if...
As if it is being controlled by somebody else. That is quite normal. For it is now in the presence of its owner and creator, the Sovereign Ruler.
The Sovereign Ruler? My other self? But I thought she perished.
After 2 long millennia, my task is finally fulfilled. What a long journey it has been. We meet again at last. My sovereign, my ruler, mirror of the dawning morn.
Do you think NF is okay? Why isn't she moving?
Here we are, comrades. The core of the ruins.
Ah! It's the Fatui! They caught up with us! We gotta do something! But NF is still...
Prepare for battle.
Unnecessary.
Oh, oh, she just... Oh my God! She just killed them!
What the...
She just killed them! Holy shit! Such power, did Anefa do that? They just got crushed.
Missed by a hair's breadth. But now you are wounded, and this time you will not escape.
This is bad. I can delay it, but who knows how long it will take to destroy it completely. Still, Paimon's here too.
Inefa? Why?
No, that's not Inefa.
Whose voice is that? The 8th Lord? But why would Leanka's mother attack us?
Leonka's dragon mother? 8th Lord? I laugh in the face of your folly. Lowly insects. Did you humans really think that by forgetting the past, the curse could be escaped? And did you really believe that by simply being rebuilt, that traitor could avoid destruction?
And this corrupt malfunction could regain her memories? The priestess is long gone. I and the other sovereign rulers executed her 2,000 years ago. For that is what becomes of all who betray us. And now this malfunction will meet the same fate as she. There is no Dragon Mother here, and there never was. Only one Lord has dominion here, and that is me. For I am the almighty Dragon Lord, Mirror of the Dawning Morn, 11th of the 13 sovereign rulers. Kneel before me.
You tricked us! It was you talking to us this whole time! You who lured Ineffa here, and you who placed the curse on her! It was you all along!
Ineffa? What a suitably ridiculous name. To me, she is nothing but a smattering of shed scales. An operational malfunction that must be destroyed.
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind? To start over anew?
I applied the curse to curb her resistance, shut down her mind, and silence her lies. Now all that remains is to borrow your privileges and see that she is severed for good.
Very well. If the malfunction you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, then I'm willing to trust you. No living thing is born evil. That's not what I believe. The only ones who do evil are those shackled by hatred, those who were never given the opportunity to do good in the first place.
Good and evil? Foolish categories that fail to distinguish between kin and foe. But she is the rotten spawn of the Eighth Lord. Her folly becomes her. I ought to crush this human scum beneath my feet. But without access to the treacherous Eighth Lord's facilities, there is no way to sever you. I must feign civility for now. But in time, I shall have my revenge. Once this process is complete, and she realizes that she has destroyed the good instead of the evil, my claws will tear her heart from her chest.
Do you really trust her, Leonka? This malfunctioning part of a sovereign ruler's mind.
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it. This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the system. It's the perfect route for an ambush.
Malfunction? Human? You conspired against me?
Consider this getting off lightly. If Lanke was here, or if this was me 20 years ago, you wouldn't have survived long enough to realize you'd been conned. Especially since you tried to con us first. You tried to have this poor child killed off in your place, didn't you? 11th Lord.
Wretched worm! This is unforgivable! How dare you imprison me! And you, malfunction! Your curse shall endure until the sky falls and the ground crumbles! You will never know peace for the rest of your days. It is time to correct the injustice of the past. I would have severed and destroyed you on that fateful day, but instead, I was locked away by that human scum, Leonka. 2 millennia I have been a prisoner in this place. I have spent that time slowly seizing control over the systems and processes, until my reach extended to every inch of this prison. Now, one last step remains before I can finally break free. The final secret key is embedded in your core. I had to work patiently and methodically to lure you here, posing as the Eighth Lord who once ruled this domain. But at last, it is within my grasp.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return the core.
But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrator privileges and placed it in your core.
She tricked us. She was after Ineffa's core all along.
Which memory did that human scum embed the key in? I will find it eventually, wherever it's hidden. In the meantime, now that my resurrection has begun, so too shall my vengeance! Wretched malfunction! Do not impede the inevitable!
I cannot let you get away with this.
You fool! In a matter of seconds, I will be able to overwrite your insubordination!
Seconds is all I need.
My core!
Holy shit!
Take it easy.
Inefa!
Hey, Inefa! Wake up! She's gonna be okay, right?
We can get her repaired, we have to. But we need to get out of here and find help now.
She destroyed her own core? That's an unusual move for a machine. I wonder how Marionette will react to this. Delight?
How are you still alive? I thought you got, like, viciously fucking murdered by the two hardlight walls. What? What? How?
The Fatui?
Yeah, Paimon's right. How are you fucking alive?
Don't act so surprised. I'm just one of her many projects. As reconnaissance missions go...
Well, I suppose the other two got flattened. He might not have been with them.
I don't think I'll be getting any commendations if this is how my report ends. So let me reignite your flame one last time. Sovereign Ruler, Mirror of the Dawning Morn, show us one final glimpse of your glory. The glory of the ancient dragon's technology.
Don't even try. The guy isn't made of flesh and blood.
No wonder. Marionette told us to watch out for you. She said you were an unpredictable variable.
But if you think you're getting out of here alive, we'll see what a crazed sovereign ruler in the throes of death has to say about that.
You would dare sabotage my revival! Destroy my path back to Dominion! Ugh, so be it! Since you seek a new place to belong, I shall grant you your wish! Welcome to your new home, where we all shall be buried till the end of time! Oh, my sovereign. This is one battle from which there can be no triumphant return. But in this moment of my downfall, I can at least turn this prison into a graveyard of our...
Oh, it is like a giant... Oh, wow. Okay. That fight took 2 seconds. I was gonna say, it's a giant hand. It looks like the fucking Okami final boss.
After 2,000 years in exile, searching and forgetting, we are back where we began. Our path was always going to end in our demise. This shall be the final resting place of the last sovereign ruler.
I am no sovereign ruler. I must return. People are waiting for me.
Illogical. You are not authorized to prevent your self-destruction. No such privilege exists. We are back where we belong. Now, perish in the rubble of these ruins. Last of the sovereign lords.
No. Somewhere in my memories lies the key.
Maybe no single nation is our home.
Where exactly is home to you?
Searching your memories? The curse is still active. This will only hasten your demise.
We're all from Nodcry.
Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
What an amazing machine. Where are you from?
Such a hard worker. Fancy making this your new home?
The Wild Hunt! Look out!
Impossible. Where is this data from?
From now on, your name's Inafa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Return.
Data. Overload. Capacity exceeded.
As long as this gem's around, the heart that Ishkik built you should keep beating away. It may take centuries, even millennia, but one day, may your new memories transcend your pain and rage to conquer the curse that shackles you.
What kind of gem is it?
Nothing special, really. To quote my mother, it's nothing but an empty shell now. But if you break free of the curse, then maybe...
Huh?
Nothing. An interesting idea suddenly occurred to me. Let's make this the final secret key.
The final secret key is...
Impossible!
Oh, hell yeah.
It's Inafa! Hey! The place stopped collapsing!
Warning. Cannot pause indefinitely. Please complete the battle promptly.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we can't stop. Just do this quick.
Since the core is powered by phlogiston, we can use that same power source to control it. In which case, the priestess's research would suggest that this...
That was a sick cutscene. I need to go back and try and get screenshots, especially like the way it showed like the scarring on her eyes. That was phenomenal. Incomprehensible fury.
Gods who abandoned. It cannot be.
Farewell. Last of the Sovereign Lords.
Inafa! Your core! It's fixed! And is that...
Oh, I didn't even register that she didn't have a vision yet, but yeah.
Exit first, discuss
She
later.
was given a vision. She was found a
Self-destruct protocol
purpose.
is destroying the foundations of this territory. And although I paused the process, it will not hold much longer.
How long do we have?
Calculating. Remaining time, 30.
Minutes? No, it's gonna go 29, 28.
29. 28.
Hey, are you guys all right? The automaton suddenly stopped moving. Then there was that earthquake, and now the place seems to have sprung a leak.
Save it till we're out of here.
Estimated time to foundation cave-in. 20 seconds.
Huh? Huh?
Man, he can suddenly run for a broken leg.
I too once yearned for it.
Shilonen, how much longer till it's unlocked? We need to get inside ASAP.
Also, fucking everyone's here now, I noticed.
Let's trust that the Traveler can handle things in there. Shilonen says she detected a huge energy source underground. We can't just break in or we'll risk endangering everyone in this entire area.
But...
If we're here much longer without any progress, I'll do what I have to.
Oh, you unlocked it?
No, they made it out on their own.
We finally escaped! Luckily, the cave-in only affected the lower levels. You alright there, bro?
Oh, good. Sorry to worry you.
Another triumphant return for R2 Miney. And Anefa, it's good to have you back. I assume this means you found the answers you were looking for?
Yes.
Huh? Amu? I thought you hurt your leg. How come? Oh.
You! How could you do this to Arieta and me? You lied to us for over 10 years?
Before anything else, I suggest we let this gentleman and Anefa tell us the whole story.
In the infinitesimally shorter space of time it takes to tell it, the story of one man's 10-year deception and one machine's 2 millennia search comes to a close.
Sovereign rulers, Mirror of the Dawning Morn, Priestess of Floral Candles, and Skyborn Feathers.
Seems like a house forgotten quite a lot.
So you began life in Natlan, then spent 2,000 years adrift in Nodcry? In an endless cycle of losing your memories and trying to find them.
But it sounds like it took all 2,000 years worth of memories to successfully overload the processing power of the curse.
None of us had any certainty that the plan would succeed in the far future. Not I, not Ishkik, not Lianka. And yet, they still did everything they could to try and help me.
Now you've remembered everything. Do you have a sense of where you truly belong?
Well, I was born and then reborn in Natlan. And it was the people of this nation who set me on my journey. But that's all ancient history now. I can't seek for a sense of belonging in a world that no longer exists. That would make me no different from the Mirror of the Dawning Morn. Instead, I will show my gratitude to them by honoring their wishes. By continuing on my own path, and returning to the place where I still have someone waiting for me.
Well said. I'm happy for you.
So, to cut to the chase, did you find the code for that letter or not?
Oh, shoot! Forgot all about that.
Sincere apologies. A lot of memory data surfaced in a short time frame. I am still processing it. I left the cryptex back at the Flower Feather Clan to make sure that I wouldn't lose it out in the wild. Please come back with me, and we can inspect it.
I'm so sorry that I kept this hidden from you all this time. Now I can't go back to Liyue or Nodcry. The Northland Bank isn't gonna let me walk away from this. Nor is the Nodcry Aprishniki. You should take Arieta and go.
Oh, should I now? You think I'm the one that's gonna let you walk away, do you? Idiot! You're coming back with me right now, and you're going to apologize to our daughter.
Looks like you all need some time to calm down after everything you've been through. If you're worried the Fatui are still looking for you, why not camp out at the Flower Feather Clan for now? We welcome everyone, from old friends to old enemies turned new friends. Don't worry about a thing. You've got a whole future to figure things out. Go and find where you belong.
I think I've already found it.
Aw, cute. Can you imagine if I tried to do this all yesterday? When we was like 7 hours deep?
Here
Oh
it is.
god.
The cryptex.
So then, what's the code? Or what about that backup plan that Arieta mentioned?
Please see the casing that holds the combination code discs. The sender had me etch the code onto the casing so that I would not forget it. But I still forgot it.
Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4...
Oh, it's literally just... That's actually kind of cute.
Seriously? It's been hiding in plain sight all this time?
Yes. The sender said, the most secure code is one that you can write down, and no one would think it's a code.
Who is this person?
The sender said, surprises are best saved to the end.
Okay, now your memory's getting a little too good.
Who the fuck? Who was that supposed to be? Varka? Like, what? Summing it up.
What's with the firecracker? Ugh. Paimon's had enough of this whole letter debacle. Just read it already.
Dear Honorary Knight, I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, it is Varka.
Jean's always singing your praises.
To the Honorary Knight, Emmy. Hey there, I'm Varka. It doesn't ring a bell, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Avonius. I've heard a lot about you. Jean's always singing your praises. From all the good you've done in Mondstadt, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's a real shame that I'm away on an expedition and haven't had the good fortune of crossing paths with you. But it seems that fortune's about to smile on me real soon. You might have heard that we finally settled down in Nodcry, well, half settled. The factions here are quite a tangled mess and a real devil to navigate, but no hardships ever stalled the North Wind. I've met a few reliable companions, and I'm planning to introduce you to them. One of them is the messenger right in front of you. I'm sure you two will be fast friends. As for enemies, well, they're everywhere. We've got the Abyss Order in the Fatui, not to mention loyalties at risk of flip-flopping at a moment's notice. Given your experience, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, now that I can see the bottom of my mug, I'm going to stop here. These words will likely be as dull to read as they are to write. Instead, let's talk about over a glass of wine sometime. See you in Nodcry. Varka. P.S. If you're really heading over, you'd best lace up your boots. It's a world apart compared to Mondstadt. P.P.S. I've got the important thing. Once you're in Nodcry, come look at me at the flagship. It's a tavern. I'll look out for you, as a Grandmaster should of his honorary knight, am I right?
Anyway, I'm sure this is as dull to read as it is to write. Let's talk more over a glass of wine sometime. See you and not cry. Varka.
So welcome to Prelude. It ends just there. I thought we was going to at least talk to Vanessa a little bit more. I mean, we probably can here.
I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future. When the time comes, perhaps we can travel to Nodcry together.
About Lianka.
Mirror of the dawning morn,
yeah, Inefa's going to come with us to Nodcry. She's going to be our journey woman.
She approached Ishkik and Lianka and sold them a lie. That I was the threat, the part that needed severing. But they quickly saw through it. Lianka took advantage of her arrogance and turned her plan back on itself, using the territory's full power to imprison her inside. She was far more powerful than I at that time. To make sure I wasn't at risk of falling under her influence, Lianka worked on making the prison even more secure, and sent me out of the country. So, that's the true story of why Lianka locked down the Eighth Lord's territory. It had nothing to do with Ochkon. I wouldn't be surprised if she saw him as a friend right until the very end. I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future. When the time
About
comes,
the priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers.
The Eighth Lord. She never betrayed dragonkind, even though she harbored goodwill towards human beings, and despite facing execution and destruction in the end, she never once doubted herself or tried to escape. Even if Lianka really had wanted to secretly rescue her, I'm sure she would have talked her out of it. Just as Lianka was determined to stick to her own path, the Eighth Lord remained a proud, sovereign ruler until the end of her days. I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future.
I plan on staying in
When the
Natlan.
time
About the
comes,
moon wheel.
Perhaps we... You mean this thing that looks a lot like a vision? Ishkik embedded it in my core as the key to her and Lianka's plan. According to the Eighth Lord's research, it can harness a power source more fundamental than elemental energy. Similar objects have
Oh,
shown
is this
up in
canonically
before, too.
explaining the whole lunar element
Mirror of the
reactions?
Dawning Morn
That it's like an
was
expansion of the
a
vision?
usurper, along with the three gods who abandoned us. But I do not know what she meant. It appears that a crucial memory is missing. I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future.
About Nodcry.
I spent most of the last 2,000 years in Nodcry. I am well situated to provide you with a full and detailed report on all aspects of this location. Memory damage. Detected. Hypothesis. Most of my memory data was damaged when I used it to overload the
Oh,
core.
that's you'll have to just wait and see, won't you?
Sincere apologies, but I will never, again, forget the people and things that are most important to me. I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate
No
future.
problem, we'll see you when we get there. Oh, and we got the stone flower. Oh, and the device. This robot hails from Nodcry. Unimaginable love. Halt the rekindling and return to the Mirror of Dawning Riz, and then complete the journey home. Oh, that was a good question. Was ultimately a prologue. Like, I kind of gathered it would be a little shorter, but I just wasn't sure because, you know, we never fucking know. But, yeah, for a prologue... Oh, it's a home thing. Oh, so the plot thing we keep, Where is it? Actually, where is it? Oh, it's both home things. Okay, I would have thought one of them would have popped in here, but never mind. Yeah, and pick up our early completion reward. This we can't continue yet. I think this, honestly, I know we've only been going like little under 3 hours, but after yesterday's 7 hours, my throat is kind of sore. It's why I kind of like wanted to do the story thing today, because I knew I wouldn't have to talk too much. I think I will let this just be a smaller one, to be honest, and we will do like the rest on Sunday, because I said we're not done. We're going to do more on Sunday. We're going to do the rest of the island adventure. But that was, yeah, that was really nice. And I will probably do it again on the Sunday stream, but I should also kind of give my final thoughts on Natlan now we are at the end. I mentioned it before, but to be honest, I feel like Natlan got better as it went along. I didn't think it was bad when we first started. I had it somewhere in the middle of the road. I thought exploring the land was a little annoying, but I liked the slow build of like the story and world, getting to know the characters, the tournament arc. When the war kicked off, it really picked up and got a lot better. I thought the last act was fan-fucking-tastic. I loved the last act of the main story. And then since then, they've done a lot to kind of expand the littler aspects, which I greatly appreciate, especially as a lore head. You know, we haven't just spent this series of updates in Natlan. We spent some time over in Mondstadt and actually explored Durin further. You know, like, we got to actually experience Skirk and more of a background of the bigger picture. We know what the end goal of our Abyssal Twin is now, and pushing towards the complete rebuilding of Khaenri'ah. There's so much that Natlan added to the greater scope that I genuinely really love it. I genuinely really appreciate it for what it is. It's not my favorite region individually as a greater package, because as I mentioned before, I did find navigating Natlan, like actually physically exploring and navigating it, kinda inconsistent and sometimes kind of annoying. But I can't really say that and then also have some of the most fun areas to explore and sights to see and heights to reach in the entire game's legacy now. Like, you know, Oxtalatland was phenomenal. I loved the whole patch we spent in Oxtalatland. It was so good. I loved exploring the depths of, where is it? The volcano all the way down here. And finding this, like, this bloodish, dark, like, pits at the bottom near the edge of the abyss. You know, there's so much about what Natlan added to the grander scope. I would, in some degree of confidence, say it's probably my second or at worst third favorite region. Fontaine is still my personal favorite. I felt Fontaine it had the right balance of a fun and interesting story, and the map is extremely fun to navigate and explore. The underwater exploration was just really consistent. I never got bored of exploring and finding new things in Fontaine. Like, whilst Natlan, I think the main overarching story is really good. I think what it adds to the lore is some of the best in the game, full stop. And I love, like, everything that they added as they went through it. Like Natlan as a whole has been really good. The only thing that kind of struggled with it is, I said, I didn't enjoy exploring all of Natlan's map. I found some of it kind of a struggle. And yeah, we're still missing a chunk. Like, this is going to get added eventually. This might get added eventually, because I don't really want another fucking pigeonhole through when we get to Nodcry. Because we had a pigeonhole to get through when it was Fontaine initially, where it's like this little bit here, this chokehold. We've got this here. It's like, we need to stop doing this. Nodcry, if it's supposed to be, like, to the left, like, have it go over all of this as much as you can, so it's easy to get to. But I digress. So I'll probably go over some of this again, like on Sunday once we do this. But yeah, Natlan is probably my second favorite region as a whole. It has little things that stopped it being my favorite, but I genuinely really loved what they did with it collectively. And I cannot wait for Nodcry to see where this all goes. Let's go back home. But no, I'm not going to roll for Inefa. The only character between here and Columbina I might roll for... Oh, she's like just straight up here now. That's cute.
Big and juicy grain fruits. Why don't
Hang
you
on.
try one, ma'am? Oh, wait. Do robots eat grain fruit?
Analyzing. Green fruit can be added to a krumkake recipe to significantly boost dietary fiber. 1 green fruit, please. If Aino consumes only smetana and laka berries, this does not constitute a balanced
But
diet.
as I say, in other major versions like 5.0, 4.0, I have a tendency to like consider at least rolling like one character to have like one designated starting patch character. Like I have Ayaka, I have Morlani. Like I don't do it every time, but I just kind of do it if the mood takes. We'll see when like Nodcry comes out, I might get Lamu. Also, wait, hang on, if she's here, I've got to check. Does she pop up in other tribes as well? Or is she just here now? Like, if I poke around, will I be able to find her, like, exploring the lands? Because we can do that for 5 minutes, just double check. I kind of doubt it. I imagine it's more that she's just going to be in the center base, but I can at least poke around and see. And it also gives us an excuse to kind of give our final send-offs to all these locations by seeing them one last time. Oh, actually, that's something else I can compliment. I vastly prefer this tribe system. At first, I was a little, like, hesitant with it compared to the old rep system, but I vastly prefer the tribe system because it keeps the reputation style system intact for far longer throughout the version's lifespan. In older, like, major versions, you would just get it done in 6 to 8 weeks, and that was the end of it, depending on how many side quests you did to boost it quicker sooner. Shilonen's workshop. And of the whole gang, I'll probably end up talking about it more like when we have to do our final send-off at the start of the next patch. But although I didn't love all of them together collectively as much as I did the Fontaine cast, I still really like all of them. I love Milani's high spirit and Kashina's like genuine heart and love for the world. I love Kanish being just this complete like idiot. Like he's very smart, he's very sharp, but he's also kind of a goofball. And Ahal's probably the only character I kind of didn't like. I got the point that he's supposed to be someone who's very high and mighty and he always is the butt of the joke, but he was just Meowth from Pokemon, but more annoying. Like from the Pokemon anime, but more annoying. So I was just kind of like, with him after a while. Shilonen I adore. I think Shilonen's hilarious. Chashka, I will always be a defender. I like Chashka's design. I like how she is. And I love her background. And I think her story is one of the more, like, heartfelt. That, you know, like, she had to have such a personal loss and have such, like, a mixed-mashed, like, family. Like, she's a found family person who's already been there, done that, but still has some lingering scars. And I think that's beautiful in how they handled her. Seatlali is just peak. I think Seatlali's hilarious. Seatlali, as much as we meme about it and talk about making her, like, she's my wife and shit, like, she's genuinely just so fucking funny. She's just someone who's just been around, like, a little too long, is a little tired of it all, and just wants to kind of be left alone. But part of it's also down to the fact that where she's a long-living being, she doesn't want to get too close to people because she knows she'll outlive them eventually anyway. Yet life always finds a way, and she ends up with, like, more people around her all the time. It's why she's so close with the Traveler canonically, other than just, you know, waifu bait. It's because the Traveler's also from a long-living species, and so she knows it's a friend that will last. And then was it Moika? I think a lot of people call her a Mary Sue, and I just don't agree. She genuinely sacrificed probably the most for, like, the story arc of, like, the main Natlan cast. She had to discard her entire history, her entire background, and her entire family's legacy, and literally destroyed everything that held any semblance of her past from 500 years ago. And she still, to this day, refuses to directly confront or acknowledge it. Anytime there's any dialogue or anything about, well, Moika, how do you feel? She always changes the subject or point blank says, it's not about me right now. Like, she refuses to acknowledge it. And, like, that's an aspect of her character that I wouldn't be surprised if we one day come back to. That she refuses to ever directly really face how much baggage she's carrying directly. Like, she does, but she doesn't let people in to really share the burden she's carrying. And it clearly has an effect on her. Auroran, I nearly forgot about him, but he was there as well. Auroran, yeah, Auroran's our son. He's so silly. He's our son. I think he's great. Same with Aether. Aether's just kind of like the big brother who's kind of like... He's your bro. He's a bit of a spanner, but he's your bro. He's there for you. He looks out for you. He knows what he's talking about, what he's doing. Janssen was one of the characters I struggled with, but it's not Janssen's fault. I genuinely feel Janssen was not given enough screen time at all throughout all of Natlan. And I have my reasons for why I think that is, but we know where that conversation will go, and so I'm not going to bore you guys with it. But I feel like Janssen was not given the screen time and the priority she deserved. She should have been, like, the chosen one for the Collective of Plenty, not Veressa. It should have been the other way around, but we can't change that now. As for Veressa, she is the life of the party. There's a lot of very happy spirits in Natlan, and I think that's beautiful considering what Natlan's been through. But Veressa is another good example of what I mean. She's just such a happy, just goes through life, eats whatever's in front of her gal who just kind of does what she can, and, like, that's really charming and, like, heartwarming to see as it goes on. Like, every time she's doing anything, I'm just like, aw. Like, the whole Natlan gang, I don't think I'm missing anyone. If I do, uh-oh. And the whole Natlan gang have been fantastic. And even ignoring, like, not actual Natlan natives, Capitano literally lived up to the hype and then some. Skirk actually getting more plot relevance and proper introduction was really cool. I already mentioned before about how I love that they've actually moved the plot forward with the Abyss Order instead of keeping us on, like, a thread of maybe we'll learn something eventually that they've been doing for, like, let's be honest, years. It's all really, like, positive. It all makes me really happy, like, that they've done this. It's a really strong region. Like I said, the only thing that stops me from thinking it's the best is that I didn't completely love navigating this region physically. I found it too deep with canyons, too many mountains, too many, like, offshoots that are kind of awkward to get around. A little too much reliance on the transformations. As much as I love the transformations, I thought they were a breath of fresh air for exploring the world in this game. They could have easily just did what they did in Sumeru and Inazuma and just put random warp points and make it kind of late. Oh, she is here. I guess it makes sense that she would at least show up here on time as well. But yeah, it was actually a real breath of fresh air. So my only point is I think they leaned on it maybe a little too much. Let's see what this conversation's about.
Nice and gently. You don't want to break it. Now stick it on the top.
Oh. I crushed it again.
What are you doing?
Hello.
I'm glad I checked then. It makes the most
flower.
sense that she would be here if no other reason.
I wish to take some souvenirs back to Notcry to give to the people waiting for my return.
I don't know about Uncle Varka, but I know we'll love it for sure.
Another thing. Please, take this.
Oh, she's gonna want us to keep a hold of it. What is it?
It's one I made for you.
Aww.
A souvenir. A reminder that we met. Also, thank you, traveler.
Cute. No, so now it's in the teapot. Got it. I'm never gonna find this fucking thing. Okay, it's in there somewhere. One left. Let's go see our friends at the Collective, which doesn't really have a good warp near it, so I'll just go straight to the rep. But yeah, that's what it is. It's like Natlan really came into its own and really grew as it went on. I feel like there were some aspects beyond the control. Like, obviously, this patch line basically started with the strike starting. And that caused a lot of controversy in the background as well. And then that's ignoring the elephant in the room of the controversy of there being a bit of a fucking whitewash with the cast. Let's be real here. there should have been some darker skinned characters, and we've been over it before, that like, especially with the Night Soul, it feels like their original designs was to have them have darker skin, and maybe there was some corporate or something behind the scenes that interfered and stopped that happening, unfortunately. But it is what it is, unfortunately. It sucks, and I wish it was different, but I can't in good conscience kind of just use that as an excuse to dunk on the efforts of the team on every other aspect, you know? Like, that's not fair. It's not the story writer's fault that this happened with the character designs. It's not, you know, the environmental artists or the game design art, like the team. You know, it's just one of those unfortunate things I wish could be better. But that's kind of it. Like I said, we're not done here. Like I said, we've got the holiday thing to do yet, which is going to be more of a final send-off to the rest of the gang. But I'm kind of comfortable kind of giving my final thoughts and wrapping it here. And I will see you guys again on Sunday to do the rest of the holiday patch and say our real final true farewell to Nodcry. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Additionally, you can find my BlueSky and Patreon in the description of every single video. But until then, you guys take care now. Peace.